Good evening and welcome to the Voice of TOD. It's nice to be back on this channel. I know we were here last week, but you know what I mean. Hello, good evening from the UK. I'm Tom. Hopefully my voice is going to hold. This is muted because I'm never sure about the music on these things. But hi, welcome. I'm just getting a few things finalized. I decided at last minute that I was going to do a couple of bits, so bear with me. We've still got 10 minutes, just under 10 minutes to wait now before Summer Games Fest truly kicks off. Let's throw that in there. That's just a little pinned comment. Let me know what you're looking forward to this Key 3, because E3's dead. We now have the Key 3. Jeff Keighley. I like Jeff Keighley. I think he's a pretty sound dude. So let me know what you're looking forward to. Obviously, keep me company in the chat. It's some of you may know, some of you may not. I had surgery on my spine, upper spine, very high up. 10 weeks ago, something like that. My voice has been knackered because of it, because of how they do the operation. I have copious amounts of coffee here. I hope that this will keep me going, but I'm kind of all over the place at the minute, so this might get a little weird. That's not a promise, right? It might. I'm not guaranteeing it. But I'm just, I love this stuff. I love these showcases. I love doing these for you. I love doing them for me. I didn't want to miss it this year. I think we're going to cover most of what's on. I'm obviously dictated by my voice and what I can do. It's been okay today. I've not done a huge amount of talking. I did some recording earlier on this morning for Todd Plays Games. And now we're easing into it. I will wake up. I have a pot of coffee, as I say. And we're going to go through. We're going to definitely do Summer Games Fest. After Summer Games Fest is Day of the Devs, which was pretty good last year. So hopefully we're going to do that as well. And we'll round it out with Devolver Digital's insane, wacky show about 1 a.m. So a couple of hours, about 3 hours away. Hopefully we'll get all three in tonight. And they will just flow seamlessly into one another, fingers crossed. I'm looking forward to it. These are always good fun. I'm trying to see what's been announced for Key 3. I'm not seeing a huge amount. I'm expecting. All right, let's go over what I'm expecting them, because that's going to be the easiest way to do this. I'm expecting something from the new Monster Hunter that was shown off by Sony a couple of weeks ago at their State of Play. I'm expecting something from Kojima. I don't know if it would be the horror game he's working on with Jordan Peele, or it would be the thing he's working on with Xbox, because Xbox are obviously a partner of this as well as Sony, Nintendo, and all the usuals. But there's definitely going to be something Kojima. Potentially, I mean, I don't know if there would be some sort of Metal Gear Solid. We know that they're remastering or reworking some of the Metal Gear Solids. So there's that as well, potentially. There's a new Remedy thing, probably Alan Wake 2 DLC. Should be cool. I mean, I'd still need to play Alan Wake and Alan Wake 2. Definitely going to be cool. And Space Marine 2, I think, is the big one for me tonight. The big showcase for me is, as you all know if you're familiar with the channel and what I do, or what I try and do, is the Xbox one on Sunday. So that's really the big one for me, and that's where I think most of the stuff I'm excited about will happen. I'm trying to think, what did we see at Summer Games Fest? We've already had something about Dragon Age, but apparently that's going to be on the 11th. Dragon Age, not Dreadwolf, Dragon Age Veilguard. Pretty cool title. And we Exodus, the Matthew McConaughey introduced sci-fi epic from ex-BioWare devs. because of surgery and recovery and stuff, I am so out of the loop on all this stuff. I need to do a good catch up, which is why this season's always fun. It'll jog a few things in my memory that have been announced or that are coming, which is good. And I do need to do more with this channel. So these live streams will be the perfect excuse. But I'll throw up the scheduled streams for tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday's Ubisoft stream. I'll get them thrown up probably tomorrow now. And basically, we're just here to chill out, have fun, enjoy some game showcases. There's probably going to be music that needs to be muted. You know, it's a Jeff Keighley show. There's going to be big sponsored segments. There's quite a lot of partners there. But these shows are usually very good, very well put together. And yeah, I'm expecting some nice reveals, some big reveals, things that we haven't heard of. Yeah, I think that we're going to get something good. But obviously, let me know what you're looking forward to in the chat. Have a little chat. Anything that stands out to you as well, any games that pop up. Let me know what your overall feeling is about what's going on with the Game Fest. There will probably be times where I just don't talk. Probably when the trailers are on. So I hope that you'll bear with me. Let's throw some music on as we're getting in. Yeah, I don't think this is going to go as well as last year did for me. But the plan is, yeah, okay. I'm getting it, but I'm not getting it. Yeah, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be an interesting one. I really do. I hope it's gonna be an interesting one. I know the Ubisoft stuff probably isn't going to be shown off. Microsoft are holding back their own. We're probably going to get some Sony stuff. Nintendo aren't doing a showcase, so we might get some Nintendo stuff. I just want to quickly look and see if there's been what to expect from summer. Oh wow, is that a shot from Monster Hunter Wilds? I haven't seen the trailer. I'm not a Monster Hunter fan, but if that's wow, okay. Potentially things from 2K, maybe new Borderlands, or maybe new Tiny Tina. Atlas, potentially. There's always something from Atlas. Maybe new information on the Persona series, apparently IGN is saying. Potentially some Resident Evil stuff. I mean, it would track, wouldn't it? Resident Evil. What would be the next remake? 5? Oh, how would you remake 5? Tough job there. So that might get announced. Resident Evil 9 is rumored, or maybe Code Veronica or Zero remakes. There's a billion Resident Evil games that they can remake. Expansions for Street Fighter 6 or Dragon's Dogma 2. Dragon's Dogma seems to have died out a little bit, so potentially a tease here or there would be quite good to boost the numbers a little there. Something from EA, apparently. Do EA not have their own showcase? Titanfall 3 from EA, thank you very much. Please, thank you, job done. Let's go home after Titanfall 3. Apparently Battlefield. Motive are working on an Iron Man game. Downey Jr. confirmed. We had Nick Cage at the Game Awards with Matthew McConaughey. Jeff gets all the stars. What else have we got? Veilguard is promised for June the 11th. We'll be having a look at that. I'm not a massive Dragon Age fan. I want to be. It's the kind of thing I should love. But so yeah, there's potentially something from Veilguard on June the 11th that we'll cover. There's going to be mobile games. There's going to be, yeah, Remedy, Elden Ring, obviously. There's DLC's coming out soon, isn't it? Shadow of the Erd Tree. I'm going to tweak the volume as and when we go. Hopefully it's not sounding too bad. Hopefully you can hear me as well.
Please welcome to the stage the creator of the
drop that
Game
down a little bit like
Awards, Jeff Keighley.
Come on, Jeff. How dapper are we looking tonight? There we go. There's our man.
Hello,
Yeah,
everybody.
okay.
Welcome to Summer
It's
Game
not as
Fest
glamorous as the Game
2024.
Awards.
You ready to see some video games?
Suppose it is summer. All right,
We
let me
are
know if there's
so
any issues with the
thrilled to
audio or
be here
anything like
with
that.
you, and this is a showcase of what's next for games live from the YouTube Theater here in LA. Now, if you're watching this show, first of all, welcome. I know everyone around the world is joining us for this special moment. And I know if you watch this show, you don't just play games, you deeply care about this art form and the health of this industry. The good news is that we have a lot of amazing games to show you from creators around the world over the next 2 hours.
Good. We like a reveal.
But let's also face it, this has been a tumultuous and difficult year.
He's addressing the
with company
layoffs.
layoffs and studio closures, which have disappointed all of us. But there's also something else happening. Our industry is evolving and changing. And thanks to digital distribution, smaller teams and new creators are finding incredible success. Take a look at this list from Game Discover of the top 10 best-selling new games on Steam so far this year.
Banner Lords is on there,
Two of
nice. Helldivers 2,
are
obviously.
considered, you know, big company games, but the
Dragon's
other
Dogma
8
is-
come from indie, mid-sized
Yeah, we haven't had a
teams
huge
or
amount dropping, though,
solo
have we?
developers. I look at this list, it's pretty cool, right? And I get inspired.
Yeah, it's cool.
that
Manor
new
Lords,
ideas,
the
new
success of
teams,
Manor Lords
and
is
smaller
huge.
creators can and will break through.
Palworld
It's
was
a
pretty big
reminder
as
to
well.
big companies that they have to treat their
Enshrouded
developers
apparently did
right,
quite well.
because
I mean, obviously it
today,
sold well,
there
but-
are many paths to sustainability and success, and that's what makes this industry
So is he focusing on the indie stuff?
great.
Because indie's huge at the minute. Indie's doing
And you'll see that
gangbusters,
reflected
and they're
in the
making
show
genuinely
today, because
clever
over the
games.
next 2 hours, we'll have big franchises on stage like Star Wars, Batman, and Harry Potter. But
Okay.
also smaller titles,
Star
including
Wars.
a few games made by single individuals and first-time creators
Nice.
that we invited to be part of this show because we think this
Good.
platform
Jeff
is
does a lot of
important
that.
as
He does
way to
promote
show you
all
new
levels
things
of
that
the
you might
game
not even know
industry.
about. So when you see a game that piques your interest, please wishlist it, or even better, send it to a friend and get them
I echo that.
excited.
I
That's
echo
how
that.
we
Wishlist it.
together
It helps
can
developers.
grow the gaming community. And we
Even
are gonna
if you're
do
just
that today
interested, you don't want to
over the
buy
next
it,
2 hours, 'cause
wishlist
we
it
have
on
a lot
Steam.
of games to show
Helps
you,
them get more
plus Day of the
promotion,
Devs
helps them
directly
make better
after with
games.
even more indie titles. So should we get to the games?
No,
All right.
I haven't got a
It all
pen.
begins right now. Here's our first announcement.
Let's go. Give me something good, Jeff.
Next.
Hey, look, this is a hot dog guy auditioning for the lead and unannounced action game.
We see you as more of a sidekick.
Oh, sure, I get that a lot, but check out my range. Okay.
I mean, at least it's not Chris Pratt voicing him.
Empathy. Oh, hilarity. This guy. Straight. Hey, what game is this anyway?
Well, this is Sony, right? That's cool.
Hey, neat costume. I gotta get me one of those. Ooh, sandwich. Sorry, gotta go.
Who is that?
Are we getting a Sony Universe
Hot
Lego
dog
game?
guy is Aloy, an amazing video game lead.
Thunderjaw went mad and is tearing through the valley.
Don't worry, I'll bring it down. This is gonna be fun. Yeah, right in the eye.
It's...
And cut fire attack.
Is it Lego?
Lonely hero. Hunting
Horizon.
machines all by herself.
Hello, I have friends, you know.
Let's do this.
Right. A friendly hero. Hunting with her pals.
It's co-op. It's Lego
What side are you on?
Exploring.
Wow, what is this place?
Horizon Zero Dawn or
all the
Horizon whatever.
shiny things.
I would never have had this.
And making a home.
This is weird to start the show off with.
Boy, the Thunderjaw's back.
Oh, right, the Thunderjaw.
It looks pretty good.
Big one. Here we go.
I haven't played a Lego game for years. I'm assuming that they've tweaked their engine and things.
Down you go. Woo.
Lego Horizon Adventures. Okay, interesting. And it's coming to Switch. Well, everything but Xbox. Interesting. Very interesting.
There you go. Wasn't that fun? That was Lego Horizon Adventures
That's a
coming out
pretty
later
good way
this
to start
year
the show.
for PlayStation, but also day one on PC and Nintendo Switch.
Day
it's a
one.
playful, lighthearted story inspired by the world of Horizon, designed with two-player action in mind, supporting couch and online co-op.
Couch
Now
co-op,
we're going to
yes.
completely shift the tone to the next game from Torn Banner Studios, the developers behind Chivalry 2. For their next project,
writing
they are
down
proud
what
to
I
announce
like, my highlights.
No More Room in Hell 2, the sequel to the 2011 award-winning Source mod. 8 players start separate in the dark, and it's up to you to find your friends and survive with permadeath. Here is the first look.
Okay, I'll be dead in the first 5 minutes then. Interesting. It is zombies, isn't it? Yeah. You can feel the tension. Zombies look cool. It looks a bit, alright, it's permadeath and stuff, but it has a bit of a State of Decay, first person State of Decay vibe, which is cool. That's brutal. Very brutal. 8-player co-op. Okay. And your character, if you die, character comes back. No More Room in Hell 2, Halloween. Okay, interesting.
Coming this
Interesting.
Halloween looks really, really intense. All right, to introduce our next game, please join me in welcoming someone who I've known for over a decade. She's been a huge fan of some of our reveals, like Street Fighter 6 a few years ago, and of course, Final Fantasy
this is
7
the
Rebirth
co-host,
last
isn't it?
year when she was sitting in the audience. Well, this year, she's joining us on stage. We're thrilled to have her with us. Please welcome Curious Joy.
I don't know, but I don't watch a lot of Twitch stuff, so.
Thank you, Jeff. Hi, everyone. I am so excited to be here at Summer Game Fest. I'm here with you today to share some even more super fun trailers. So let's get straight to another world premiere. This is a highly anticipated game from a beloved franchise. Let's take a look.
As young witches and wizards, we all dream of soaring through the sky like
Harry
our favorite
Potter
heroes.
something.
When it comes to Quidditch, we've all wondered, do I have what it takes?
An
to be the
actual
next
Harry
Quidditch
Potter game?
star? To beat your toughest opponents? To keep your composure in the face of adversity?
It's a Quidditch game, isn't it?
To chase your dreams at any price?
It's a top-down Quidditch game. Okay, that's kind of cool.
Seek glory for your team?
The old classic
No challenge is too great.
sensible world of
No
soccer.
dream is too big. So ask yourself,
I'm not a Harry Potter fan. Sorry to offend anybody that is. I just don't care for it. Or surprise anyone that is. I'm not a lover of magic-focused things, which is weird, I know. And that's very loosely defined. But, yeah, Quidditch Champions. It's cool. It's a cool idea for a game. Going to everything. Day one on PlayStation Plus. Interesting. Day one
That's
on
Harry
PlayStation
Potter
Plus.
Quidditch Champions launching
That'll be
worldwide
popular.
on September 3rd for consoles and
Probably.
PC. Now we move from the Potterverse to a brand new world.
They just
It
brought it on
hails
for one
from
trailer.
a single developer, Gavin Eisenbeis, up in Seattle, who has been making games all by himself for a decade. His last title, Choo Choo Charles, was a fan favorite, and he showed me this next game a few months ago, and I really wanted to debut it here. Get ready to backstab, race, or cooperate with up to 20 of your friends in
That's a
Tough
lot.
Bust.
Okay, interesting art style. Do love a Prison Break. It's gonna be one of those Among Us style games, isn't it? That's one way to use a keyboard. Oh, I'm gonna shank you now. I like the idea. I'm not against it at all. Jailbreaking, digging tunnels with spoons. This is where the police call in the airstrike and take them down, right? Cuff bust. I mean, it looks fun. I'll give it that.
That's a fun one, right? And remember, that's all made by one person.
Impressive.
Congratulations, Gavin. So glad to have that on stage. All right, next one of this year's most anticipated games is Star Wars Outlaws, coming out on August 30th.
I know
from
I shouldn't be,
Ubisoft
but I'm looking
and
forward to
Lucasfilm
this.
Games, the first open-world Star Wars game where you live the life of a scoundrel. On Monday at 12 p.m. Pacific, you'll get to see a full gameplay showcase during
Nice.
Ubisoft's Forward event, streaming as part of the continuing Summer Game Fest events. But right now, we've got an exclusive new glimpse at the game, just a small taste.
Have they tweaked the facial animations? Because that was my biggest problem with it.
A friend needs a little something stolen.
Mainly the human facial animations.
Let's raise the stakes, shall we?
Lando's in it, but he's probably behind a DLC. Jabba's definitely behind the DLC. All I want is a good Star Wars adventure. I enjoyed Jedi Survivor 2 more than I thought I would, actually. I'm looking forward to it. It's set in the time that I love for Star Wars. So more on Monday for that.
This year, Cuff Bus, I'm not quite sure, but it's so cool that there's stuff that we're going to get to play in the next few months here. All right, well,
so he's showing off a lot of what he's showing off is coming out this year,
I had a chance
which
to
is
play
good.
through this next game, and I have to say, it is really spectacular. Neva comes from Nomada Studio, the creators of the Game Award-winning game Grease. It chronicles the story of Alba, a woman bound to a curious wolf cub. Here's your first ever look at the gameplay.
This looks pretty. Oh, Gris, yeah. Have we seen this before? I think we have. Did we see this last year? Yeah, I remember that shot. This looked beautiful. Yeah, stunning. And beautiful music as well. That's cool. Is it Planet of Lana that I want to play still as well? Yeah, I think that... Never, yeah. Yeah, we saw that last year. I think that's going to be amazing.
Trust me, that game is such a true work of art, especially when you get into some of the combat.
Looks
it is
it.
tons of fun to
Really
play.
looks
and
it.
there's much more coming later today in the Devolver Direct, which will air directly after the Day of the Devs on this same stream. So we've got lots more for you. All right, next, it's time for our next game announcement.
We're getting quite a lot of game announcements.
Study the past if you would define the future.
All are architects of fate, working in these walls of time.
Let us all for death prepare, or on the last great journey fare.
Let me not then die ingloriously and without a struggle.
Is it one of the RTS things? Civilian Sims, something. Yeah, it looks it.
Hereafter.
Each of us shall endure this world's life until the end.
I am melting. It's cool out here.
Your names shall not be lost.
It's like a humanity thing, isn't it? Oh, Civ 7. Okay, interesting. It's not a genre that I love. Gameplay showcase in August.
Hello everyone at Summer Game Fest. On behalf of the Firaxis team,
That's
we are
gaming
thrilled to
royalty
finally
right there.
announce that Civilization 7 is coming day and date to PC and consoles next year.
Okay.
I'm in awe of the amazing team that has brought us to this moment, but we also have to thank you, our incredible fans around the world, for your overwhelming support of this franchise for over 30 years. We can't wait to share more, and we hope you'll join us later this summer for the full reveal of Civilization 7.
What's
In the
August?
meantime, stay civilized.
Gamescom in Germany. Yeah, I mean it. Oh, that's fancy. Very, very huge franchise. Not something I've ever got into, but there'll be a lot of people that love that and are excited for that. Is this Monkey? They did a Monkey game, didn't they? I don't know if it came out or not. I think this is it, actually. Dark Souls-like Monkey game. Yeah, that's definitely the protagonist. Great visuals. I know it's a cinematic trailer, but really pretty. Magma through Com. Is it DLC? Not coming to Xbox, apparently. Fair enough. That must be a new game. All these fancy editions. I do miss proper collector's editions. Oh, is it? No, I was just saying this isn't it, is it? It's not a VR game. I'd miss proper collector's editions where you get cool, like, statues and things. Or, like, the Halo 5 one that I bought, a proper Needler. Like, just ridiculously cool stuff. Asgard's Wrath. I know Asgard's Wrath. Asgard's Wrath 2.
Perhaps humans were fated to build the monoliths, reaching heaven and returning with a gift. Stardust. But mankind was given more than it wished for.
This is cool.
Not progress, but chaos.
I'm into it.
Every new height brings a terrible fall. And yet hope still glimmers.
Starry Studio.
Even in the depths of the unknown, like mayflies.
Was that Brian from Family Guy?
We die to live again. The smallest creatures show the greatest resilience. Wherever we remain steady,
I'm getting a co-op vibe.
we stand together.
Once Human. Out soon. That looks cool. I've heard of Once Human, I think. Have I seen Cole Carnage playing it? Interesting idea. It looked pretty cool. We don't talk about Starfield. We do talk about Darktide though. Darktide's fun. I've not played it for about a year though.
Have any of you faced Tyranids
Space
before?
Marine 2.
Only these
Yes.
past 2 days.
This is what I want.
Then there is much to learn.
Or is this the VR one? No, this isn't the VR one. It's going to be so good. One of the best skyboxes. This is trailers, right? This might not be how it is, but the skybox looks equal to Halo. It got a cheer as well. Nice. I think that's going to be huge.
All right,
I can't wait
welcome
for
back
Space
to
Marine 2.
Summer Game Fest. We've got some amazing developer
I don't know what
guests
more they
joining
can
us
show
throughout
us,
the
though.
show, and I'm very excited to introduce our first guests. They are legendary creators who are working on a brand new fantasy RPG, Metaphor, slated to launch this October. Please welcome the director and art designer of Persona
called
3,
Metaphor.
4, and 5.
Or it's a metaphor for the fantasy
Katsura
RPG.
Hoshino and Shigenori Sojima.
It's called Metaphor, isn't it? Yeah. Atlas, yeah, okay.
Thank
they
you,
the,
everybody. It is
Persona
a pleasure to be
guys?
here. My name is Hashino, and I am the director of Metaphor. It is a pleasure to be here with Mr. Soejima.
このゲームはね、アーキタイプという他のゲームでいうところの勝負ですね。その姿に
As much as I think I would love JRPGs,
明日の未来のために戦うというとても熱い RPG です。
just can't get into them.
This game
They
is an
never grabbed me.
RPG in which the party members transform into their jobs, which we call archetypes.
Oh yeah, I was writing down a
archetypes
list of the
allow you
things
to
that I
fight
liked.
against your enemies.
アーキタイプは誰もが持つ不安と向き合うことによって覚醒する力です。すべてのアートワークは力強さとオリジナリティを意識して描いています。その総数は40種類以上にも及び、経験を積ませると一部のアーキタイプは進化することもあります。
Or Outlaws, but we'll get more on
Archetypes
that
are
on
the
Monday.
embodiment of power born from the will to face your fears and anxieties. We gave it our all to instill each and every archetype with a feeling of strength and uniqueness in each of their designs. In total, there will be more than 40 types of archetypes available in the game.
Because they just showed the B button on an Xbox controller on the screen then. But it looks like a mobile game to me. I just... I know that's not the best way to showcase it either. There'll be a proper trailer.
結集させて作っています。とても大きなボリュームのゲームです。今日はこのアーキタイプをテーマにした最新のトレーラーをお持ちしました。ぜひご覧になってください。ありがとうございました。
But there's a huge, huge audience for stuff like
into
this.
this game to make it as exciting as possible. In fact, we've even brought our latest trailer today, which is centered around the topic of these archetypes. Thank you very much, and we hope you enjoy it.
Not one for me, but again, like...
It is said that we all have inherited heroic virtues.
Did we see this last year? No, that looks better.
The reality is...
But still, not for me. I love that there's games, there's so many different types of games now that everybody is catered for. There's just so much out there.
Great evil flows through this land. You have found a way to wield true magic.
It is a cool art style. Like the cinematic animated stuff.
Protectors and followers will gather to your side. Remind people that the same powers lie dormant within them.
Surely you could make the game look like that.
You must acquire
if you wanted.
more archetypes.
You could make it look like an animated, as smooth as an animated game. Like Hellblade 2. Visually, it was almost realistic. It was photorealism. Incredible.
Most interesting power.
Surely you could do that in the animated
was only theoretical.
Design specs.
Now.
If you wanted to. I don't know. Game engines are so powerful now. So that says Xbox XS. I reckon that'll be on PlayStation as well, right?
Such an honor to have Hoshino and Shojima with us on stage. Thank you guys, and for that deep look at the archetypes, such stunning visual designs. Now we're going to jump into the Arkhamverse. Batman Arkham Shadow is a MetaQuest 3 exclusive VR game coming later this year. As Batman, you face a new threat, the mysterious Rat King and his cultish devotees. Here's your first look at the story trailer.
Why is it VR?
For Batman Arkham Shadow.
This should be what Rocksteady were working on, instead of Suicide Squad kills the Justice League. They should have made a new Batman, a new Arkham.
Gotham, driving the city mad. The only light left is from the fire in the streets, casting shadows of rats on everything that was once good.
I don't know, Rat King.
Fear is their weapon.
This is obviously a...
But they're not the only ones who can use it.
Is it the Arkham designs? Interesting music.
Stop at nothing to destroy my city. How far will I go?
The Arkham suit.
To destroy him.
I just can't get excited for VR games. Probably because I've never used a VR headset. I just don't care. Gamescom, August, right? So we'll get more in gameplay in August.
When the bat falls, the rats rise.
We're crying out for a proper Arkham game on consoles. So, games industry, please, someone, anyone, make it.
I'm looking forward to heading back
Not
to the
live
Arkhamverse.
service shite.
Now, it is time to update fans on a legendary fighting game franchise. And that includes me. Because I have been a fan of this series ever since one of its first iteration and have been playing each one ever since. So, let's check it out.
Street Fighter, Tekken. Streets of Rage. I don't know. I'm spitballing here. We did get a new Streets of Rage recently, though, didn't we? Like a couple of years ago. It's more like Street Fighter, but I'm not a fighting game aficionado. Is it Street Fighter? Again, beautifully animated. I know it's a cinematic trailer, but beautifully animated. Here's Street Fighter. Street Fighter 6. Is that not already out? Or is this just DLC? Is Kylie Minogue in it? I don't know what's going on. Year 2, right, it's just another season of Street Fighter 6. I thought Street Fighter 6 came out last year. 1 year after the Dragon Meteor invasion. That's a cool name for an invasion. The Scots rebelled. Oh, look at that art style. Well, they'll never take your freedom. Okay, this looks kind of cool. Was it Tears of Metal? Oh, wow. Yeah, now you're selling me on this. I'm jotting these down for... I might do a video tomorrow of my favourite trailers. Love the music as well. This is what I love, games like this that just look like their own thing. They're totally different. They have their own vibe going on. Get him. Roguelike co-op, hack and slash, Tears of Metal. I might try and get the boys on that one. Put the band back together. Get Mark, TC and Nameless. See if we can try that. I don't know if we would. We don't tend to play roguelites. But that looked fun.
Test of power. I guess we'll see.
Dragon Ball Z. Something. I'm out again. I'm not into my anime. It just completely passed me by. It's just mad, isn't it? It's just chaos everywhere.
Well, the way you slice it, there's only one way to save her. Goodbye, my friends. No matter what it takes, I need to rescue Gohan. Goku, wait! What? Never forgive me for this! Now you will suffer my wrath.
Again, massive fan base. There'll be people that will love this.
True form of autonomous ultimate is my turn. Change everything, then.
In fact, I'm gonna, while this is on, I'm gonna pop a message to the group.
There you go, Internet. We got your release date for Sparking Zero, October 11th.
Was that not already
now we
out?
step into the world of Delta
been showing that
Force
for years.
Hawk Ops, a free-to-play tactical shooter available to play on all platforms. Here's a look at their multiplayer FPS extraction mode.
Free to play.
Team, rally up. We've got a new mission. Operation Lightning Strike. The situation at Zero Dam is now very serious, with conflicts escalating between Havoc Corps and Alsara Guard. It's time to take action. Objective: collect and decode the Mando Brick located at the tourist center at the southeast region. We need to utilize terrain for stealth insertion. Execute swiftly
I'm already sold.
and silently.
We're in position.
I'm not a massive extraction shooter fan.
Looks like someone beat us to it. We need to pick up the pace.
Clean the balcony.
Is it a... I mean, these guys must be other players, right? They're not moving like other players. Is it an extraction shooter in the style of... What was the Rainbow Six one? The Alien one. Not Siege, there was one after that that was really good. I really liked. It was co-op. If it's a co-op extraction shooter, I'm more likely to play it. It's just that I can't keep up with the kids anymore. My reactions are not as sharp as they used to be 10 years ago.
Good luck.
Delta Force Hawk Ops.
But that is not all. The game's premium campaign mode, Black Hawk Down, is a reimagining of the original game that is also fully licensed to recreate moments from the award-winning Ridley Scott movie.
Oh, I'm sold.
Here is your world premiere first look at that gameplay.
Black Hawk Down is such a good film. Go back and watch it now. There's so many famous people who were one of their first films.
Why are they burning tires?
Cabinet, over.
Get down! Get down! Enemy attack! Turret fight! Enemy vehicles coming!
Is it meant to be like more of a realistic than COD? Because COD's a bit wild, isn't it? Ooh. We haven't had a proper
And
military
now,
shooter for a while.
I have an
That might be
update for
good.
you on Fatal Fury: City of the Wolves. For real this time.
She's quite likable. Like, she's not... is it Sadie... whatever she's called that normally does the Game Awards? Who I always find a bit forced. She seems fairly natural. Have they got her on because she's like she streams fighting games? Have they just got her on for the fighting game reveals? I don't recognise any of these. Is it Street Fighter again? It is, isn't it? No, it's Fatal Fury. Don't tease me with Halo. You're only going to ruin it. I don't actually remember fighting a Sentinel like that, but it has been a few years since I played. And that is probably the only Halo thing we're going to get this week. For a 3-year-old game, 2.5-year-old game, that they've stopped making content for, effectively. So annoying. They fumbled Halo Infinite. I'm not getting started because I will rant about Halo for the next 3 hours. We're here for positive vibes and great games shown off. Not me ranting about Halo. God, they've ruined Halo. You've made me sad now, Jeff. Still waiting for the good reveals. There's a few on the list, alright? We've got a few. So far we've got, that's something else. We've got 6 on the list so far, so it's not been terrible. This feels like a very family-friendly like a fighting game. I don't know what battle royale thing. Switch, Steam Mobile. Yeah, it felt like a mobile game. Mech Warrior DLC, or is it Gundam? Not my wheelhouse. Looks cool though. I like the design and the blueprints that then goes into the gameplay or the cinematic. It looks super twitchy. Fast-paced, twitchy, full on. Cool designs though. But, yeah. Summer closed beta in August. Mecha break. Mechs all look the same to me, but most
We're
of them are
back
pretty
here
cool.
at Summer Game Fest, and that was a look at Mecha Break with its immersive aerial and
didn't know
ground
we'd
combat
left, Jeff.
with lightning-fast maneuvers.
I thought we were
Next,
always at Summer
Jason
Game
Blum
Fest.
and his Blumhouse banner have become synonymous with incredible horror films over the years.
They've made
like
some
Get Out,
interesting
Megan,
games.
And last year's Five Nights at Freddy's. Well, now Blumhouse is entering the video game world in a big way.
Have they not done a video game before? I thought they did. Who did the Blair Witch game? Their films are very good, though. I'm not a horror fan, but
dark times await us. Vengeance will take shape.
oh, it's got that old 80s horror vibes on the titles, and it's 16-bit. Grave Seasons.
I cannot sleep. I cannot sleep. I must not sleep. I am terrified to sleep. And I am
Loads
scared
of different
to death
little
to
games,
stay
is it?
awake.
Don't worry, Viv. If any ghosts actually show up, I'll protect you.
Amy?
I'll save you, no matter what. Just
Okay,
go
interesting.
home, Viv.
Amy!
They really are bringing
Local
quite a
police
few
department
games.
asked me to help with a case. Why would they need a game designer?
The simulation.
Should have some developer mode.
Dark times await
It's
us.
very indie stuff. But then that's the kind of horror that they focus on, isn't it? There's some cool stuff there. Interesting. Let's see what comes out of Blumhouse Games. The 16-bit one looks really cool.
Please welcome Jason Blum,
Like Stardew
CEO
Valley
and
with
founder
murder.
of Blumhouse, and Luis Blaine, creative lead at Blumhouse Games.
This is the gaming side. I'll give them that, but this still feels very Hollywoodized.
Hey guys, so we got ourselves a full slate there. That's incredible. So Jason, tell us a bit about why did you want to get into games like this? What are we doing?
Well, we've been very, very busy. I'm
This
very
is the
happy
place
to be
to
here.
show
Thank
it
you
off,
for
I
having
guess.
us. Thank you guys all. Great to hear the fans out there. You'll all be
he's made his
very
money.
happy
This
to
guy,
know we're working at this
Blumhouse,
very minute.
they've made a good name
on
for
the
themselves, a
sequel
really
of
good rep.
Five Nights at Freddy's. It's coming. Don't worry. Anyway, horror is, to my great relief, getting more and more popular. Our movies are working. It's working on streaming. It's working in live events. And we wanted to try and take our approach to movies and apply it to games. And that's what you see here. We're going to do independent
This is
games.
what
We're gonna
big
look for
partners are going to
creators
need to
and give
do.
them a
The AAA
platform
stuff is
and-
dying
and
out.
Encourage these creators to be weird and subversive and find
Yep.
the most effed up, scariest things they can and put them into really
He's-
cool games.
He's definitely got a passion for
Well,
this.
they look great. It's a really diverse, cool slate. Luis, tell us a bit about. We saw a bunch of games there. What can you tell us about kind of the overall lineup of games?
Well, as you just saw from our slate, our horror games are a lot like Blumhouse movies. They come in many different flavors of fear, which means there's a horror game for everyone. So maybe you're a fan of nostalgic 90s experiences with a bit of a twist, intense first-person shooters.
Like old
Or
Resident
maybe, Jeff,
Evil
you just want some bonus
vibes,
murder
Resident Evil 1,
in your
Silent
otherwise
Hill.
very cozy farming sim.
That farming
I
sim
think,
with murder
you know,
sounds
we,
great.
As horror fans, we know that there are so many different subgenres to explore, and our independent development partners, they feel the same, and they're just as excited, which means we've got psychological nightmares, we have supernatural scares, we have cosmic horror. And our team has worked really hard to work with global, creative, talented partners. And that means for us that we really want to, as we're working in indie projects, which means that we can take risks. You know, we can be flexible, and really we can push the limits of what's possible in scary storytelling, and we're so excited.
Yeah, no, it looks awesome, all the stuff you have there, and I know
I'd
we'll
buy
get
it.
into when games are coming out, but some of these are coming
Like as
soon.
someone who isn't a massive horror fan.
We're on PC and console, and
Go
yeah,
on
we
and
wanted
pick.
to start with not just one, but we wanted to start with a few games. So so you want to tell us about those?
Yeah, so Fear the Spotlight is our first release coming later this year, and it really hits our mission statement. It's an amazing 90s horror experience. It's got great characters, a compelling narrative. It's also super creepy, and I think people will be big fans of it, even if you're not normally into horror. And quickly, actually, Fear the Spotlight is getting its first trailer as part of the Day of the Dev showcase, so stay tuned after the show.
Directly after. Awesome. Well,
There's a lot coming in Day of the Dev as well.
This is just the start,
Cool.
so we'll probably be seeing you in future years with more from Blumhouse Games. But guys, what do you think of the slate? Pretty amazing, right? What these guys are pulling off. Jason,
Piqued my
Luis,
interest.
thanks so much for being
Definitely
here on
piqued my
Summer Game.
interest.
Thank you, guys.
All right. And now here's the world premiere of a brand new Power Rangers game with a retro feel.
Oh. I'd love a Power Rangers game that isn't a beat 'em up. Like an arcade beat 'em up. I'd love like a co-op horde fighting thing. Like this, actually. Yeah. Okay. Copyright incoming, so I'll have to mute this out of the stream later. I'm not seeing the all-important Green Ranger, who is the greatest Ranger of all time. You can play as the swords as well. I'm into this. Like, I'm not a massive Retro E5 fan, but I'm definitely into this. I'm all about reliving my childhood at this point. I've hit this point in my life where all I want to do is be a kid forever. So that plays right into that. Power Rangers, that's all we need to write down. Lifeline Game Studio. Bambi! You kidnapped Bambi. Nice music, nice atmospherics. This looks kind of creepy, I'm into it. I like these smaller, narrative-focused indie games. I'm really getting into them. That's cool. It's a magical deer. Deer and boy. I like the look of that. I need to see more, obviously, but I like the look of that.
What a beautiful game, Deer and Boy, which comes from first-time developer Jason Houdet
it
in
looks
Paris, who
lovely art
started that
style.
project alone
Beautiful
in
music.
2020 during the pandemic, and now has a team of 8 helping him realize his vision.
Amazing.
With financial aid from the French government, and games like that are why we do this show, giving first-time developers a chance to show you what they're working on. All right,
Yeah,
next,
love it.
after
That's
a
what I love
long
about
wait,
these.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is arriving later this year. This is a
one's for Mark.
first-person open
I still
world
need to play the
action
first.
RPG
I should
from
really do that
Warhorse
soon.
Studios. Here is a brand new look.
We've only had a tease.
The best laid plans of men don't always come to fruition. Man proposes, but God disposes.
Just message Mark so we can watch the trailer. I know how excited he is for these. Ow.
These
two young fellas. I need to find them. One's a smart-ass smith, and the other's a blue-blooded fledgling.
You behave like a spoilt brat. How dare you speak?
Gentlemen, praise be to our Lord Jesus Christ.
Our Father, there are many sinners in this world. But in the end, we all face your judgment for what we should have done, but lacked the courage to do.
The last time I ran away,
That's Henry, right? From the first game.
I'm never gonna run from that fucker again.
Kiss our asses!
God, is this retribution for my sins?
I'm into it. We need to play the first one. Proper warfare.
Come on!
Right out.
To the fucking task.
Looks really good. Really, really good. I'm gonna have to start streaming the first then, aren't I?
Next, we step into the dark mind of Silent Hill creator Keiichiro Toyama-san. Back in 2021,
There's a lot of horror on this,
game Slitterhead at the Game Awards,
which
and now
is cool, I guess.
You a look at the gameplay from his
There's been a lack of horror
Tokyo-based
games
studio.
in general. They kind of disappeared, and they're coming back, which is cool. But again, they're not for me. But it's interesting to see, like the Remedy stuff. That's my kind of psychological horror. And Silent Hill stuff doesn't really do it for me. But we'll see. That's a body. I thought there'd be a rat crawling out the eye socket or something. Interesting. Creepy. Yeah. Oh, you got Venom-like stuff. Oh, like Wolverine X13, 25, whatever it was. Bars. Bone swords. And then the boomstick. Oh, that's gross. It's just a walking penis. Oh, that's clever. You can jump between other people. Interesting game mechanic. It depends how fluid it is. It looks fairly fluid. I would guess everyone has different abilities. Is it Slitherhead? Now in November, could he not hit the Halloween window? Is his brotato? Is that a potato? Love a slow-mo dodge, bullet time style.
That's what I call a dramatic entrance. There's a reason why I'm called Killer Bean.
Oh, he's a
because I'm
bean.
good at what I do. Really.
That's cool.
Really. Good. I used to be an assassin for the Shadow Agency. An international organization powerful
This
enough
looks
to shake
insane.
the world. Until they lied to me and tried to kill me. Now, I'm gonna destroy them.
You're
the gosh darn idiot who wants to take down the Shadow Agency. Well, it is sure nice to meet you. Before you die.
Well, I thought it was third person. It is, it's first and third, is it? You can break dance and shoot, kung fu. I don't know what this is now. It just looks chaos. This is 80s action movie.
They made me who I am.
In a
I
game.
Make them pay for it.
And you're a bean. Killer bean. That looks incredible. Yeah, I'm sold on that already.
Glad you like that one. That was Killer Bean, a third-person roguelike shooter made by another single developer, believe it or not, right here in Los Angeles, Jeff Liu, who previously worked as an animator on movies like The Matrix Reloaded. So fun. It's amazing what can happen in this industry. All right, to introduce their brand new game, please welcome from the Game Bakers, a small independent studio in Montpellier, France, Audrey LaPrince and Emmerich Tom.
I'm loving all this indie stuff. It might not be for me. I love that it's getting its showcases. We need to promote indie more.
When we created our studio, Emmerich and I, we promised each other to always come up with something new. So after Fury and Haven, we're here to introduce our new game, Cairn, a survival climber.
Oh, this looks good.
When I was a teenager, my dad prepared an expedition to Mount K2, but half of his team didn't come back. And I've always wondered, why do alpinists risk their lives in such extreme conditions? This is something we wanted to explore in Cairn.
Cairn is a game about what it takes to go beyond your limits. You climb a mountain to reach a summit never reached before. And the climbing gameplay is the challenge. It's very intense and realistic. It's a face-off between you and the mountain.
Okay, interesting.
And what
hey,
you're
Catherine,
going
how
to
are
see
we
in
doing?
the
Nice to see you.
is not from cutscenes. It's the actual climbing gameplay.
Nice. This
You can
I've
see
still
more
got
later
Jusant
today
to
during
play.
Day of the Devs, but now let's have a look.
Like, the snippets I've seen. We'll get more in Day of the Devs, so that's coming up soon. Lovely art style. This really interested me. Cairn. Oh, we're at 10 now. We've got 10 games. It's got a Dungeons of Hinterberg kind of art style to it. That slightly pixelated. Barefoot. Interesting. I'm getting Jusant vibes as well. That's pretty. So the gameplay is going to be anchoring yourself, finding the right route to climb up. Obviously lots of screaming. It interests me. It interests me quite a lot. Annapurna are making a Blade Runner game. This isn't it.
I'm not
obviously.
meant to be here.
But maybe we'll get more of that this year.
I'm meant to be in the arena, in combat. But instead, I'm out here in the middle of the woods, running a tea shop. So,
Nothing wrong with
what
tea.
does running a tea shop involve? Well, there's a lot of gardening.
I mean, coffee would be bad,
And
but
I've had to get used to the pretty unique tea machine they've got here. None of these tasks are all that hard, they just take patience. And I'm not really the patient type. But I'm surviving. Of course, I have to actually serve the tea to our customers. And once that's done, I'll usually check in with Boro,
it's a funky
the guy who
art
owns
style.
the shop, to see if my help is needed anywhere. And when all the chores
Yeah,
are done,
I'm getting that cozy game
sometimes
vibe.
I'll just sit on a bench and do absolutely nothing. It's not
I
fighting,
can dig that.
but it's peaceful. And what's weird is that I actually feel good. I'm happy. I can
Nice
stop
music.
running now. I can stop. I can stop. I can stop running. This is good.
Act
for me.
1.
I need to enjoy this. I
Make a
feel
tea
good.
shop. Act
I'm
2.
happy.
Go out and kill
I'm
everyone in the
happy.
world.
I'm happy.
Stardew Valley vibes. Wonder Stop. Interesting. Annapurna games are very good.
That
The-
was
the stuff that they
Wonder Stop,
produce
the announcement
is
of the next
amazing,
game from
usually.
Davey Redden, the creator of the Stanley Parable. I sense there's a twist coming, as you would expect from him in Ivy Road. Cannot wait to play that.
Interesting.
All right, now here's a look at the story
Not top of the
trailer
list.
for Unknown
It's not
Nine
making my
Awakening,
list.
a narrative action-adventure game that
But we'll
tells
check
the
it out at
story
some point, I'm
of
sure.
Haruna, a young woman born with the ability to venture into the fold, a dimension that overlaps our own.
Turn your thoughts inward and focus on your shade. Do you feel
Oh,
it?
pretty.
I do. Your progress is impressive lately, Haruna.
Oh, we've seen this on the Xbox showcase last year.
These are incredible. They call
It's The
themselves
Witcher.
Sahara.
Yen from The Witcher.
Among them were chosen.
I thought this looked good, but a lot of people online
The Unknown
weren't
Nine.
impressed.
Does this have anything to do with why Vincent is here?
Humanity has lived for eons at the mercy of the Nine. It's time we took control of our own destiny.
I can't remember what it was called. I thought this looked alright. Definitely some sort of funky adventure game.
so interested in Vincent, anyhow?
He killed someone I loved.
Remember stepping. Find your target and bridge the gap.
You don't belong
Like
here.
that, from a gameplay perspective, that's
This
pretty
is exactly
cool.
where I'm meant to be.
It's like a puzzle. Not entirely sure it's the most visually stunning. Unknown 9, that was it. Yeah, jury's out. I need to see the reviews, I need to play it. It's certainly potentially interesting, but also reeks of whatever the PlayStation, Xbox One, no.
How about we see the world
No,
together?
stop making games for older consoles now, come on.
Something that I want to protect.
Um,
steal your heart. Adventure
I don't even remember what it was called. The PlayStation game that came out in January that just bombed and the studio got closed down within 2 weeks. With the girl from New York who went into some weird dimension. I'm getting that vibe from it. But I don't know. It might be good. Robin Hood? Oh, Catherine, you might have missed it. There's a new Kingdom Come Deliverance trailer out, and I know you'll be interested in it as well.
Feel honored to fight a legend.
So,
On guard.
I'm getting what they're getting at,
To your greatest.
but I doubt that any of this... It's not Robin Hood because he doesn't have a bow. I doubt that any of this is... It's like it's a Souls-like. But this is a CGI trailer. Like, show us some gameplay. I like the music, I'll give it that.
one certainty in the cosmos. Change.
All right, we're back here live for more Summer Game Fest. The First Descendant, powered by Unreal Engine 5, is a next-gen looter shooter with dynamic
First Descent
gameplay,
could be interesting as well.
A grappling hook mechanic. It is finally
I've heard mixed things, but I've heard some good things as well. Some like really good things.
Trailer and the reveal of the release date.
The release date, yeah, it's in early access. You're not a fan of the fighting in Kingdom Come? I don't know. I'm going to play it. We're going to play it this year on Top Place Games. We might play it next. I don't know. Depends what we get this weekend. This is like, alright, cinematic trailer. Visually stunning. I love this kind of sci-fi. Like the very clean. I'm also very aware that this is going to get copyright. It's very Helldivers dropship. Eagle 1. Is it free to play? It can't be free to play. It was hailed as the Destiny killer. Well, Destiny kind of killed itself. Although I don't know what Final Shape is like. I've not seen much of it, but people said it was good. But Destiny's done for me, I think. Surely you can give us gameplay at this point. Okay, I mean, grappling hooks are cool. I'll give you that. Definitely many archetypes and classes that they're hinting at. I think it looks cool, but I don't know much about it. July 2nd on everything except Switch, but it's a Nexon.
That looks awesome. The first
So it might be good, it might be
available
terrible.
across PlayStation, Xbox, and Steam. Wishlisted now and
Is it
prepared for the
crossplay?
release on July 2nd. And now, please welcome two developers whose hit indie game Among Us took the world by storm in a couple game awards. From Inner Sloth, here are Victoria Tran and Forrest Willard.
So is this a new thing, or is this DLC for Among Us?
What's up, gamers?
Can you believe they just let us be on this stage? Like, no chaperones. Like,
I know. Can we announce something totally fake?
Oh,
Do you
like-
think they'll let us do that?
Among Us 2? Among Us 3? 4? Oh, all right. Well, turns out we actually have something
DLC
very
then.
real we wanted to present to you all today. There's been so many great indie games in recent years, but it's
We seem to have
also
had a
been
desync with
no
the sound.
secret that
It happened quite a while
it's
ago,
kind of a rough
but
time
we'll
in the
go with it.
industry. Some devs don't really get the chance they deserve, so we thought we could help out a little bit. That's why we're
Cool.
excited to announce our side project, Outer Sloth, an indie game fund we made that offers the kind of deals we would have wanted
Love all this
back in our
indie
less
stuff.
popular Among E days.
This is our way of saying thank you to our crewmates.
She does quite. Isn't she
players,
one of the
peers,
founders
for
of the
helping
Wholesome
some
Game
games
stuff
and
as
devs
well?
have the funding and freedom needed to ship their games, and then we all get to play them, which was the real plan. I really want games. Outer Sloth is our passion project and dream for a better, more sustainable industry. We are really excited and incredibly nervous to reveal it here and show you the current lineup of games we've managed to fund.
Okay, so they
because
have
of you.
games.
And don't worry, Jeff, it has your favorite, a ton of world premieres. Enjoy!
She's very nervous. Yeah. But then you're up on stage, you've been broadcast to hundreds of thousands of people, maybe, potentially. I'd be a little nervous. completely get it.
I'm Ian from Shape Shot, and you may already be playing our first game.
We've seen this.
Mars First Logistics.
Yeah, the Mars building game.
We're Trinket Studios, creators of Battle Chef Brigade, and this is our card battler RPG, Battle Suit Aces.
We are Studio Any Percent, and we're making the Marsfield Archives, a game about building and exploring connections.
Hi,
Beautiful.
we're Midnight Munches. We just released a demo for one-button bosses, our boss rush game, with a single button to press and a ton of bosses to beat.
Hey, I'm Husband, game director at Huscrofts, and this is Rogue Eclipse, our epic spaceflight action roguelike, where you'll have to customize and master your starfighter, take on merciless armadas, and vanquish a fleet of colossal super destroyers.
And we do have
Cool
one
idea.
more game that's very early in development.
Hi, I'm Eka, creative director of Outer Loop Games, makers of Thirsty Suitors and Falcon Age.
Oh
In our
God,
new
you remember
game,
Thirsty
explore
Suitors?
the world in an upgradable mech and cook up tasty dishes for local communities. Fight off corpos, discover new dosa recipes, and reunite with your strange loved ones for one last meal. Project Dosa is a game about life, death, love, and food for the soul.
She also has a YouTube channel. I think it was just the moment that got to her more than she's actually nervous
Thanks,
on
Victoria
stage.
and Forrest. Those all look fantastic, and I
She's-
cannot wait to play them. But all of those amazing indie games aren't the only
she was
thing coming
nervous.
out of Inner
But
Sloth.
that
Did
adds
you know
to
that
it,
there's
you
going to be
know.
an Among Us
It
TV
adds
show?
to the honesty of these things, I think.
Sounds like he did. Yes,
Like when
there's going to be
Jeff
an
Blum,
Among Us TV
is
show.
it Jeff?
Check out
Jason
this
Blum
sneak peek.
from Blumhouse Games was on. You actually felt his passion. He wasn't nervous, but you just felt his passion. Is this an Among Us cartoon? Is that what they're announcing? Never played Among Us. Never really cared for it. This is definitely a cartoon, isn't it? I'm sure it said CBS at the start. I do like a We're Not Dead pie. Elijah Wood. Wayne Knight. Dennis Nedry himself. And Third Rock from the Sun.
Up next, we have Sonic X Shadow Generations.
This looked good.
A definitive greatest hit collection of 3D and 2D levels from Sonic and Shadow's history. Now it's time for a glimpse of
Oh, it's
Shadow's
like a best
brand new
of.
powers and gameplay from a standalone campaign, as well as the official release date announcement.
Nice. Man, Sonic looks so different nowadays. I don't think I know who Shadow is. 3 hedgehogs. Sonic, I played Sonic 1 and 2. They're the only ones I know. I don't know who Robo Sonic is. I don't think. I mean, it just looks fun, doesn't it? I think I've got the original couple of Sonics on the Xbox somewhere.
I'll overcome every obstacle with this power.
He's a Venom. A book on Shadow's creation. That's a cool little collectible thing, like a real
Year
world.
of Shadow, right?
I
Movie
love stuff
coming
like
in
that. My
December,
favorite
too.
thing that I
Exciting
own.
stuff. All right. In the
My
upcoming
favorite Halo
online
thing that I
survival
own
game, Dune Awakening
is
from Funcom, there is
Dune
one
Awakening,
small decision
yes.
that unleashed a chain of events which set the stage for the story the player will experience.
Is Catherine
Let's
Halsey's
find
diary
out for the
that
first
came in the
time
Reach collector's edition. It's beautiful.
The only peace I find is a future that never happened.
I'm so excited about this.
One where I, Paul Atreides, was never born.
So we're in a different...
I created the future.
A vision of a different timeline.
It created me. But I see a narrow way. A path that might have been. What if my mother had obeyed her orders and given birth to a girl? Everything would change. Dr. Yue exposed before his betrayal. A world where my father lives. House Atreides surviving the Battle of Arrakeen. Sardaukar deployed to protect the spice melange. A war of assassins spreading across the planet. Fremen exterminated. No Muad'Dib. No Lisan al-Gaib. No Kwisatz Haderach. All of my visions lead to horror. Except for this one. This one leads to you.
What a cool idea for the game. To separate it from the Duniverse. When's it out? Doesn't say.
More Dune Awakening coming at Gamescom O&L in August. Now it is time to see
August,
the announcement of another new game from a brand new development studio.
Oh, the more I see of Dune Awakening, and we're not getting gameplay. We've seen gameplay, but we haven't seen any recently. The more I see of it, the more I like it. This looks madness. Again, not for me. Is it Overwatch? Was that Tracer? I just think it's generic hero. Generic futuristic hero number 3. I said this earlier, but if I go quiet, I'm just resting my voice because I'm starting to... done a lot of talking in the last hour and a half. It's starting to grate, and we've still got quite a few hours to go, so... if I don't say anything, it's... so I can say something later.
To tell us more about Battle Aces and show you the gameplay, here's David Kim from Uncapped Games.
Thanks, Jeff. So Battle Aces is the RTS game for everyone. It's for players that are brand new to RTS as well as RTS veterans. We really want to bring the core fun of RTS to everybody, kind of like how games such as World of Warcraft did for MMOs or Hearthstone did for card games. So Battle Aces is an action-packed army versus army game that has a high emphasis on the strategy. We want to bring this type of very specific RTS fun to players in 2 major ways. First, we want to amplify both the in and out of game strategizing.
I don't mind an RTS every now and then.
And what makes unit decks very cool is not only will players be able to define the exact way that they wish to play, but also players will be able to experience an endless possibility of strategies. Second, we want to eliminate the tedious clicks required to play an RTS as much as possible so that players playing this game are experiencing only the fun parts of playing an RTS game. So, if you want to learn more about Battle Aces, or if you want to sign up for our beta test that's coming up very soon, then please make sure to visit our website.
Don't mean this in a bad way.
battleaces.com.
It does have a generic feel to the visuals.
Thank you, David. That was fantastic.
It looks,
all right. Our next premiere unveils the exciting new destination for a game that shadow dropped at the Game Awards last year, the Finals, with its unparalleled destruction wrapped in the world's most deadly game show. Now, after dozens of updates in 2 seasons, we're unveiling where contestants will be going in the all-new season starting next week on June 13th. Sharpen your katanas and welcome to Season 3 of the Finals.
If they hit that reset button, it can take us anywhere.
Oh, we've seen this. Yeah, we've seen this. This is another genre of stuff that I just... don't care to get into. Apparently it's pretty good for an arena shooter. Or arena game. It's not been out that long. I'm sure it came out. Did it come out in December? What, the finals?
Finals in Kyoto. All right. Please welcome multiple Game Awards winner and a dazzling Game Awards performer, if I do say so myself, Sam Lake from Remedy.
Yeah, Sam Lake, man. I love Sam Lake. Look how smart he looks in his slacks and shirt. He's not in a suit this time. I love Sam Lake.
I think that's enough. Thank you. Hi. You see, this is now the only way they let me come on stage to tell you something exciting news about Alan Wake 2. Many of you
DLC
have been posting your Remedy game collection pictures on your shelves with Alan Wake 2 so far digital only, sadly missing. Well, we are excited to announce physical deluxe editions.
Nice.
And physical collector's editions for Alan Wake 2 coming this fall. You can lock in your copy starting tomorrow. Next,
Kickstarter?
We promised you some expansion content for Alan Wake 2, right? I'm thrilled to introduce you all to Night Springs. It contains 3 episodes with 3 familiar, fan-favorite, playable characters in mysterious, terrifying, and quirky what-if scenarios. It was a chance for us to really go out there, as if we already didn't. Night Springs will be playable in less than 24 hours. Tomorrow.
Shadow Drop. Nice.
Thank you. Now, with this world premiere, I invite you to step into Night Springs.
Okay, that's cool. You've got to promote the Alan Wake stuff, but
Night Springs.
and it's cool that it's coming to digital, to physical.
Space, existing in a countless number of
We're covering all the stuff on the weekend, yeah. So there's going to be stuff tomorrow, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday for Dragon Age, I think.
In Night Springs.
I do like a bit of David Hayward.
I'm in danger. Please, my #1 fan. You're the only one who can save me.
And I will come back for you, my love.
Sean Ashmore.
Cut. Sean, I'm really happy.
This is gonna get strange.
Oh, Control.
The only one who could save the writer and the very soul of literature.
I love the twisted vibe of all this. Obviously, Sean Ashmore from... which game is it? Quantum Break?
I have a shotgun.
Well, I gotta... Wait, that's a real shotgun?
Who can ever truly know how deep the rabbit hole goes in Night Springs?
Cool. Very cool.
Through the endless tides.
Amazon Games, CG and in-game footage. It's the Old World, is it called?
Seeking mastery over death itself.
Again, if it is Old World, since launch, I think it is. Since launch, again, copyright incoming. I hate that this happens. Old World has picked up. They sort of redid it and rebranded, not rebranded, but they tweaked the gameplay elements and listened to feedback. And apparently it's in a pretty good place right now, so it's a big MMO thing. It's a massive time sink. I don't have time to do that and do a YouTube channel. It would be nice if I did. New World, sorry, not Old World. New World. Yeah, it's some sort of expansion. And it's coming to PS5 and Xbox. Huh.
That's right, New World.
Interesting.
New World Eternum will launch on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC on October 15th. And now you can play the game start to finish as a solo player or play co-op and use crossplay as well. If you're watching SGF on TikTok Live right now, you can comment HSR in the chat to claim a special in-game bundle for Honkai Star Rail of Stellar Jade from TikTok Game Rewards. And speaking of Honkai Star Rail, Hoyoverse's latest space fantasy RPG just concluded its version 2.3 special program a few hours ago. But there's more. A sneak peek at the upcoming expedition featuring a beloved character who is clearly ready for the forthcoming journey with her brand new look.
I don't think I've ever played a Hoyoverse game.
It's because they're afraid to wake up from the dream.
Standing still for a while, I need to move around.
Everything is possible in this land of dreams.
Nice music.
The past will disperse and fade away like bubbles in water, and the future that you don't want to face will never
Like that
come.
slutty sax going off in the background. I can't get excited about stuff like this. Another mech warrior.
Why do people choose to slumber?
I get it. People love this stuff. Anime fans will probably be able to tell the difference between all these things. But the animation style, all the characters look very similar to me. I don't know anime. I don't completely missed the boat on that. Although, I have watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, the animated one. I don't know if that counts as anime, but that was pretty good. Yeah, I think me and you are at a similar page on that, Catherine. Oh, I like it. The very Harryhausen skeletons. There's an old Elder Scrollsy vibe to this. Okay, so bard gameplay is something. A lot of different classes in here. This has the old fantasy adventure style to it. This looks cool. It's not an owlbear though. Yeah, the music's good. I think we've seen this before. Oh, it's Dark and Darker, right, okay. Again, I heard mixed things about that.
There you have it, the unforgiving fantasy FPS dungeon PvPvE adventure, Dark and Darker, is now live on both Steam and Epic Games Store today. So play it this weekend. All right.
There's an audience for it, I'm sure.
Lots of fans are joining us here in person at the YouTube Theater, and we thank you for that. And ahead of the show, 4 lucky fans were upgraded to our VIP section thanks to the Discover Orange Ticket upgrade. With Discover, you don't have to be a
there's 6
VIP
seats
to
there.
be treated like one. All right, now here's the announcement of the release date for Capcom's upcoming Kunitsugami Path
Darker and
of the Gods.
Dark and Darker. There's a very anime-heavy focus to this Summer Game Fest. And that's probably because a lot of the Western game developers are doing their own showcases. Jeff definitely shows off loads of like the funky smaller stuff that would pass under the radar, and this is stuff that I don't know much about, but there's some really cool design and game styles, gameplay elements in this stuff. Like that visually, that looks pretty stunning. It's on Game Pass. Oh, we might try that then. But like visually, that looked really cool. Like a cool mix of Eastern and mythological stuff. So far, I don't have much to say. Well, the great thing about Game Pass is, like, I need a story in a game as well to keep me interested in coming back to it. But what I want to start to do is showcasing these other things, and if, you know, for a couple of hours, it'll be great fun. Yeah, I agree. Party animals. I like a narrative. Just insane.
Well, use a cutie little corgi, don't you know? Crazy body animal, don't you know?
Yeah, party animals. There's another one, isn't there, that's quite similar. Not for me, but again, there's a big audience for stuff like that.
We know you may
Cute
have
little
heard
party
stories
games.
about the fine people here at MCorp, so we wanted to take this time to dispel any of these completely unfounded rumors and allegations and reassure you that things here at MCorp and the city of San Amsterdam have never been better. Things are going great here. We have absolutely nothing to hide from the citizens. Everybody here at MCorp loves this town. We think this town rules. Why would we here at a town that rules? I can't stop thinking about how you're saying we're selling the city for scraps. That makes me sick. That makes my whole family sick to their stomachs. My wife hasn't been on the toilet for weeks because of what you're saying about what MCorp's doing to this town, all those lies. Everyone at MCorp is really good.
Stop crying, all right? This is business. Look around, pal. This is how businesses are run. Now, you should have known that when you were hired on, okay? Jack, tissues. Come on, pal. Ah! Come on, faster. Let's get those moving.
That's not about this. That's a father and son. That's actually a home issue. We love it here at MCorp, and we
What is this?
are not going anywhere. We'll be here a long time. Fine. Nobody panic.
Leader in creative accounting. What is it?
All right, welcome back to Summer Game Fest, and now let's head to
didn't go anywhere, Jeff.
Amsterdam for a new look at Skate from EA.
Hey, Jeff, how you doing, bud? Oh, crap. Some really bad stuff's happening out there. They're gonna need a lot of help cleaning that up. That's bad.
As in skate. So what the fuck has M-Corp got to do with it? Weird. It's weird. Skate's an old license as well though, isn't it? We've had skate games before. I don't understand this marketing. Console playtesting coming this fall. If you need that Tony Hawk
Very
vibe.
exciting that people will finally be able to play Skate on console in the near future. Our next world premiere is an indie sensation from Japan that is adorable, deadly, and has over 25 million players worldwide. That's right, I'm talking about Power World.
Power World!
I mean, just look at the giant depresso. Cheer up, buddy. It's Summer Game Fest. Now, here's the first major update announcement. A whole new island is coming.
Pal World was fun in shot bursts, but it was fun. It's a Kojima update. New island. New pals, I'm assuming. Yeah. Oh no! Xbox dedicated servers. Interesting. Yeah, the level cap was like 50. Subspecies, does that mean there's evolving going on? Oh, they did bring in raids, didn't they? I haven't played it in so long. We played it when it launched, but it's not a slave thing. They're working and they get a place to stay. Apparently it's fine in their world. Some games you just don't have to think too hard about. Big update coming later this month. I'm guessing it's free.
On the Steam
I don't
charts.
know.
Congrats to Power World on the new update.
Yeah, they sold really well.
Next up, we've got a big announcement from Valorant. Here's Andy Ho and Anar Gilfison from the Valorant dev team. Guys.
Again, Valorant is one of those that I thought went under the radar, but it seems to always be on Twitch.
Since 2020, we have been fortunate to serve players.
There's probably a pal that can remove your brain for you, though, if you played it.
The Valorant moment. The big plays and clutches you make while all eyes are on you.
Millions of players all over the world have earned their own Valorant moments on PC. And today, the stage is set to welcome a whole new group of players. Let's take a look.
It's still going, so it must have an audience. And like I say, it always seems to be on the Twitch front page, but I do question the Twitch front page. They have pals now. This is going to be another copyright claim, isn't it? Jeff, come on, man. Look after the co-streamers. You want people to co-stream these things. So stop having copyright music and... It just doesn't interest me. Like, I like Apex because Apex is in a world, a universe that I find fun with Titanfall. But this kind of shooter, like PvP stuff, I am not the best at. The closest you'll get to me doing a true PvP game is Halo. Maybe a little bit of Gears of War if there was a new Gears of War mode. But I was never that good at competitive Gears of War. Maybe Battlefield if they do a good one. I was pretty good at Battlefield 3, but that was a long time ago. My reactions are not what they used to be for these kind of games. Your son likes this sort of thing. Yeah, it's the younger generation that can play it, like that have the reflexes.
That was Valorant's
and the understanding and like
gameplay.
understand all the flashy
Everything
stuff.
you just saw was captured on console.
They
and with
seem
the
to love
controller.
it.
Valorant is coming to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S this year. Our limited
I
beta
thought it was
starts
already
June
on
14th,
Xbox.
and you can sign up right now
Cool.
at beta.playvalorant.com.
It's obviously doing well
We are
enough to
so
push it off
excited for
PC
your
onto
input
consoles
to
then,
make
isn't it?
sure that Valorant plays great on console.
Cool.
And we hope to see you soon in the limited beta. But before we go, here's the head of Valorant Studio, Anna Donlin.
Thanks, guys. Hey, everyone. One of my favorite things about Valorant has been seeing the community build the game and the sport right along with us.
Oh, they've turned it into an
For the last 4
esport.
years, we have
Okay.
been on the most amazing journey, bringing Valorant to players all around the world, most recently to China, where I'm currently at Valorant Masters, one of our largest global tournaments
That's
and
cool.
community celebrations. Seeing the community evolve as new players bring their passion and expression to Valorant has been the biggest joy of the ride so far. And now we are ready and so excited to welcome a whole new group of players onto new platforms. We hope you'll join us, and we can't wait to see where you take us next.
There's a new Valorant character. When there's like people who cosplay it and stuff like that at these events, big teams that do the esports side of things, it's got to be fairly popular. Which is good for the health of the game, that genre, that you know, the industry as a whole, to have this kind of extra promotion outside of just the game is incredible, and it should be fostered more. Like, I think one of the few things that I will give 343 credit for throughout all of their 10 years making Halo games is the multiplayer side, the competitive scene, the Halo Esports, Halo Championship. It's incredibly well done. The shows they put on are great. It's fun watching the teams. You know, the presenters are very good. And I think Halo was the template for developers to go, right, this is how we do it. They do it with Call of Duty. Gears of War has its own scene. Valorant, Apex. All of these have taken little notes from that. Probably Quake.
Exciting
You know,
to have
Unreal-
Riot on console with Valorant. Thanks for the team.
Unreal
thanks to
Tournament
the team at Riot for sharing
had
that
that
with us
thing
here
as
at
well. It's not
SGF.
just Halo that's
Our
done
next
it,
announcement
but
is a big deal from our friends at DoorDash. 5 weeks of
it's
deals.
definitely
with Summer
good
of Dash
for the
Pass.
industry to
Sign up for
have
Dash Pass
this kind of
now for
focus
$0
on promoting the
delivery
wider
fees
communities.
and get 50% off your next DoorDash order. Now, here in the audience,
And I'd
we've
love
got
to
a
see
guy
it with
who is
maybe
normally
a co-op
co-streaming
game.
our shows,
Can we
Yang Ya,
can we
who's
have a
also an
co-op
amazing voice
championship
actor,
instead of
who's
it
been in
always being
countless games such as
competitive?
Like a Dragon and God of War Ragnarok. Well, next week, Yang is going to be voicing a character in a movie, Inside Out 2, where he plays a fictional video game character, Lance Slashblade. And we've got your exclusive first look. Check this out.
Welcome to your eternal fate.
Lance Slashblade? But he's a video game character. Why is he here?
Yeah, I always thought Riley had a secret crush on him.
I never saw the appeal.
I long to be a hero, but darkness haunts my past.
I'm in 100%.
We were all banished here, deemed unfit, worthless.
Don't you dare say that! You do not deserve to be thrown away!
1 second, Lance. Don't you remember his power move? I'm coming for you, Riley!
Oh, yeah? What's this? Come on! No one is totally worthless.
But I am a warrior cursed with
That
a
was
feeble
cool.
attack.
Then you must make your curse your gift.
Shield yourself, my friends, for I shall set you all free!
The
pretty
number one
funny.
gaming monitor brand in the U.S., Samsung, just released new 2024 monitors for gaming, work, and entertainment. Scan the QR code now to get up to $300 Samsung credit when you purchase through June 17th, plus a chance to win
That's actually
$5,000
generous credit.
Samsung credit for U.S. residents.
Summer Game Fest 2024!
This is the new mobile game thing, isn't it?
Game announcements. And yes, Chicken
The
does look
crash
a lot like
thing.
Ken Jeong. And today, Chicken is excited to share a new game that Chicken and Chicken's buddies are in called Squad Busters. You fight
Squad
monsters,
Busters.
collect lots of shiny things, and Chicken has a big role. That's all that matters. And here is our big ad. Squad up. I mean, cock-a-doodle-doo! Cock-a-doodle-doo!
I've seen this advert so many times on YouTube.
Who are you? Look at your phone. I'm the chicken.
We're here to make your life more fun.
I'm fine. I drink right out of the carton.
I don't think you know the definition of fun.
Come on, get up. I am butt naked from the waist down, so...
Get out of the f***ing bed, dude.
Get out of the bed.
All right.
Tell me about yourself.
I think I'm an excellent candidate for the job because...
Your swordplay, tell me about your swordplay.
He is a bridge.
He's one of the most equitable people I've ever met.
Great emotionally.
Also, I pillaged a few villages. I'm not a lawyer.
Is that Hemsworth?
To be an accountant, so. Which is why
Kirsty
you'll have the job.
Apricot would play.
What's the parking like?
Not this. It's a mobile game though. It's tough to.
Guys, maybe everything isn't a squad.
I find it tough to get into mobile games nowadays.
Yeah, just relax your bowels, your mind.
I swear it's Hemsworth.
This time I'm mistaken. Forehead and you are hardware breaking. I've been wrong.
Another copyright claim, but it's worth it for this.
Hey, look at these clowns.
You call this a squat?
Pathetic.
Pasta. Jinx. 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 No, you Jinx. You supposed to be a lumberjack? Hey, you wouldn't happen to want to go chop
It's a
some
clever
trees, would you?
advert.
I'd be delighted.
If this was the first time we'd seen it, it would go down better.
I think our job here is done.
Where are you going? You can't leave.
We ain't never leaving you. Goodbye.
Here. That came from inside me.
That's scary.
Do you want me to shut the door or?
It'll have an audience.
What?
All right, please join me in welcoming to the SGF stage Monster Hunter series producer, Mr.
Here we go.
Ryozo Tujimoto. Ryozo-san.
Again, not for me, but I haven't seen a trailer for this. But the Monster Hunter games are always very pretty.
今回ですね、はですね、後半にですね、完全新規で、今回初お披露目の大型のモンスターも出てきてますので、そちらも注目して
Hey,
いた
they
だきた
got
い
to
と
earn
思
their
います。
paycheck somehow, right?
Thank you, Jeff. Hello, everyone. We've prepared
It's
a very
definitely
special
Hemsworth.
trailer today.
He'd do
for
anything for a
Summer Game
laugh, I think.
Fest. I want everyone to be on the lookout for a very mysterious large monster near the end of the trailer, as it's an important monster within the game.
はい、本作ではですね、没入感とアクション、こちらの融
Amos
合
will
を
be
目指して
excited
開
about
発を
this.
進めておりま
Amos
す。
is a Monster Hunter fan, I think.
モンスターハンターワイルズは2025年にプレイステーション5、Xbox シリーズ XS、そして PC で同時発売となります。また今回はですね、プラットフォームの垣根を越えて一緒に遊ぶことができますので、そちらも楽しんでいただけたらと思っています。
As you'll see, we're working to deliver a gaming experience that merges immersion and action. I hope players look forward to playing with their friends across different platforms when the game launches simultaneously in 2025 on PlayStation 5, Xbox
next
Series
year,
X
okay.
and S, and PC.
It's only just been announced, so that makes sense.
8月に行われるゲームズコンのオープニングナイトライブ、こちらの方でも新しい映像を持っていきますので、皆さん楽しみにしていただけたらと思っております。またですね、ゲームズコンではですね、初のプレイヤブルのできるような形で出展も考えておりますので、そちらもぜひ楽しみにしていただけたらと思っています。
Lastly, there will be a new trailer for Monster Hunter Wilds at Opening Night Live at Gamescom in August. And our first public hands-on playable demo of Monster Hunter Wilds will also debut at Gamescom. Thank you.
Right, while this is going on, I'm just gonna see if I can update the title here.
Over there!
Because we're going to be doing the Day of the Devs and Devolver as well.
Follow me! Here it comes!
There's too many of them!
Watch out for that glove!
This must be early footage.
I will draw its iron! Cover me!
I also think that YouTube compression is doing, because this is streamed in 4K, I think the compression is messing with the visuals, and there's definitely audio lag. But this doesn't look as good as I thought it would. The trailer, I'm sure, will look better.
As I feared, it picked up our scent.
I'll handle it. You find someplace safe.
Thank you.
Big dragon.
Don't worry, the hunter is here. Just watch. You'll see what hunting is all about.
Thank you, Ryosa-san. We will see you at Gamescom in August. Now, during last year's PlayStation Showcase, the game Phantom Blade Zero from S-Game wowed us all with its blazing fast combat and stylish art. Well, I'm honored to share with you the brand new trailer for the game featuring all real gameplay. Here's our final game of the show, Phantom Blade Zero.
This looked so slick. And I think we read an article, was it January they showed it off? We read an article that they'd actually mocapped the fight sequences. Like the animation for the fight sequences.
Left. 42 or 41.
It's definitely going to be interesting. You get Dark Soulsy, I think.
Go up there. Turn back.
Which is the only thing that would put me
Before
off.
it's too late.
And if I remember rightly, it's a PlayStation exclusive. That's cool. Definitely Dark Souls inspired. Okay, he's terrifying. It's got quick time events. Thought we'd move past that. I think it looks cool. I know a lot of people were slamming it. It's at Tokyo Game Show, Gamescom. Okay, it's at Gamescom's end of August. We're going to be doing some Gamescom stuff.
Full demo that media will be playing this weekend, so you'll hear much more about that. And that's going to do it for our Summer Game Fest live show. thanks to Joy for joining us.
Thank you, Jeff. I had such an amazing
I mean,
time.
I've got 10
Happy
games.
Summer Game Fest, everyone.
Thanks, Joy, and we have so much more, so stay tuned because
About
Day
12
of the Devs
games
is
on the
coming
list.
up live right now on the stream, featuring an hour
So,
of
you
indie
know,
game reveals, including the next
that's
game
not bad.
from
I'll thin
Cappy,
that down a
and
little
that's
bit.
followed by Devolver Direct. Now keep checking SummerGameFest.com for other event
Yeah,
streams
so we're
this
going to do
weekend,
Day of the
we'll
Devs
see
and we're
you
going to do
again
Devolver.
live
I'm going to have to go and get a
this
drink.
August 20th in Germany for Gamescom opening
but I think we're
night
going to jump
live.
straight
Thanks for
into
watching,
Day of the
everyone.
Devs.
Remember, Day of the Devs starts right now.
Yeah, cool. Cool. So we'll stay on this stream. I'm going to have to go and get a drink because my throat's killing me. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll leave you. Let's do this first. Let's get this correct. This is me tweaking the stream in real time. It's pretty loud. Oh, we're getting more of Ken. Day of the Devs 2024 live reaction. Cool. Right. I'm gonna dip out for a second. Grab a drink. Stick around. There's more to come.
I have to do the whole thing from the top.
And we're back.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Day of the Devs portion of the show.
Hey, Tim.
Day of the Devs is a nonprofit organization whose team of volunteer curators scours the globe for the best in video games for you to enjoy, with a focus on indie developers who are lovely, and you'll get to meet them today as well as enjoy their games. And there's nothing else to worry about, so just sit back and relax and enjoy Day of the Devs, Summer Games Fest edition. Oh, that's a prop.
We love Cappy Games at Day of the Devs. They've been making incredible games.
Okay, so
for
the
20
whole stream
years
has got some
across
audio
the-
lag.
You might know them for games like Below or Super Brothers.
It's fine.
Sword
We'll run with
Series.
it.
Or maybe you know their incredible puzzle games like Grindstone and Might and Magic Clash of Heroes. Well, if you're in the latter, we're very excited to announce their next great puzzle game.
Hi, I'm Eileen from Cappy Games.
And I'm Dan, Cappy's creative director.
We're so thrilled today to be able to give you a first look at what we've been up to at the studio since releasing Grindstone. Introducing Battle Vision Network.
It looks clean.
EVN fuses cozy, color-matching puzzle gameplay with deep turn-based tactics to test players in fast-paced online
Color
battles.
matching, interesting. Right, okay. It's competitive, yeah.
It's a
Dogs.
1v1 puzzle battle in the galaxy's most watched sport.
I like the animation. It looks pretty good.
Battlevision Network is a spiritual successor to one of Cappy's most beloved classic games, Might and Magic Clash of Heroes. BVN reimagines Clash of Heroes' puzzle combat design to center an element that we at Cappy felt was one of its most interesting facets, multiplayer.
Over several rounds, take turns launching attacks by creating color-matched formations with your units.
It's
Vertical
like
matches create attackers.
color
Horizontal
matching.
matches create defenders.
The rapid
So
fire
there's a
matches last
Tetrisy
couple of
element.
minutes. BVN isn't just about dominating matches. BVN teams spend a season vying for the title of champion. and the player community ultimately decides which team takes the crown.
Choose between multiple teams, bursting with personality and characters, each with its own playstyle and home arena.
Win a match with the Ragtag team, that win shapes the stats.
We've got an idea of this. I'm going to leave the audio on. I'm just going to refresh the page because there is some audio lag that's winding me up.
Ranks, you'll unlock new units, each with game-changing abilities, and discover endless new tactics and strategies.
Well, obviously we get an ad on YouTube. Oh, the chat is saying all about the audio as well. Right, okay. Just get rid of this advert. Then we'll jump straight back in. Oh, another advert. Wonderful. Bear with us. We're live now.
New characters, fresh rankings, and narrative surprises emerging every season.
Hopefully that's
also
better.
excited to feature a phenomenal soundtrack.
There was quite a lot in the chat.
Collaborators.
All right, Catherine, thanks for dropping by. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Hopefully we'll catch you. No, the audio's still crap. Hopefully we'll catch you tomorrow for more showcases.
You'll be able to play BVN on mobile,
There's a load of fun
PC,
stuff
and
coming
console.
over the next
We'll
couple of
get more
days, so
details
keep an
soon.
eye.
We're so thankful to David Devs a chance to introduce Battlevision Network.
Oh mate,
And
well,
grateful
the
to our
sync's
awesome
better.
partners, Netflix. Wish
There's
list
still
of
some
games to join
crackling
the
on the audio. Coming to
Our next
Netflix as
title
well.
comes to us from the Game
Interesting.
Bakers,
Netflix
a small
gaming
studio
is
in
picking
Montpellier,
up.
France, who claim to make games the same way they cook food, with a lot of love. Their next dish comes to us piping hot, fresh from the oven. It'll take us to dizzying heights, which quite frankly give me the heebie-jeebies. So hold on tight, making its gameplay debut today. This is Can.
I love the look of this. This genuinely looks really cool.
Hi,
There's a lot of
I'm Emric from
screaming.
the Game Bakers. Maybe you know us for Fury or Haven. Fury was a hack and slash and Haven an RPG, but both were games about freedom. Live free to love who you want. Today I'm presenting our next game,
I'm
Cairn.
cutting the audio down a
final
bit
part of our
because
Freedom Trilogy.
there's something not right with it. Some compression going on
In Cairn,
somewhere.
you play an
There's a
alchemist who's
staticky
climbing a
vibe
deadly
to it,
mountain.
so
You put your life at risk to reach a summit that nobody reached before. You are obsessed by this ascent and you are climbing to free
Jesus, look
yourself
how
from
bloody
your
your
own
feet
chains.
are. Like obviously you're climbing a mountain
Cairn
barefoot.
is what we call a survival climber. You have to climb, but also survive in the mountain.
Oh,
climbing is
there's
very
survival elements.
You can climb absolutely everywhere as long as you manage to keep your balance and stamina. If you are careless, you fall. Falling, trying again the same route or a completely different route, trying over and over. To make it, you have to push yourself, to go beyond your limits.
I like this.
Each wall to climb feels like an opponent, almost like a boss fight.
Jason is probably a
Even though you can
more
climb free solo,
user-friendly
I use them
version.
as a natural checkpoint device. Pitons.
Pittons work as
But you have a
checkpoints, that's
limited
cool.
amount, and using them at the right time is key.
I just think the art style's beautiful.
Eventually, reaching the top of the wall is extremely satisfying. It's freeing. Thanks for watching, and wishlist the game to stay tuned.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely want to wishlist this.
A two-person team in
Ah,
Canada has
looks
been
really
developing
cool.
this next game in absolute secrecy over the last 3 years. And as a fellow Canadian, I call dibs on introducing it. You may also recognize one of the developers' voices from their wildly popular YouTube channel. From Nanopark Studios and iam8bit Presents, prepare yourself for... wait for it.
Funky music. classic 8-bit music.
Hello there, my name's Brandon.
And I'm Danny, and we are here to show you our game, Petal Runner.
It's Pokemon. Or Pokemon-like.
Petal Runner is a retro-flavored slice-of-life RPG where you play as a motorcycle courier that delivers pets to people in a city called Sapphire Valley.
In Sapphire Valley,
That's cool.
Pets has developed new devices called Leap Cells to power their newest generation of digital pets by using an unexpected fuel source: flowers.
Leap cells are delivered and installed by specialized couriers known as Petal Runners. As a Petal Runner, this installation involves planting the cell and calibrating it by performing a sequence of quick and varied minigames.
Interesting.
Once that calibration is complete, the new Hana pet begins to farm.
It's very Pokemon-y.
A new recruit in the Petal Runner program. So being new in town and with a bit of a shy personality, Callie does encounter a few challenges along the way. Just from the difficulty of dealing with customers or talking to people in general, to their rivalry with a fellow recruit.
Definitely taking Pokemon.
Companion Kira.
Kira is unique in that
As
he's an older type of Hana pets.
A very strong
now obsolete
inspiration for this.
So with that outdated tech,
excuse me.
Kira has some quirks, like his battery isn't always reliable. But he's way more outgoing than Callie, and so he's great to have around when meeting new people. He's practically indispensable. The Petal Runner program will take Callie and Kira through the 4 unique districts of Sapphire Valley. Along the way, mysterious occurrences will begin to surface, and we will encounter individuals who think that there may be more to uncover about the new Hana Pets sensation.
I'm kind of digging it though.
So, you know, it's got
This music just reminds me of playing Pokemon 20 years ago, 25 years ago.
And we just hope you have fun playing.
And thanks for checking out Petal Runner.
God, it'll be 25 years ago, won't it? Petal Runner. We'll keep an eye on that. It looks very cozy.
Developed in Shanghai by Polar Studio, our next game is a dystopian thriller that's as every bit Orwellian as it is Lynchian. It's a tale of temporal technologies, unimaginable body horrors, and psychedelic nightmares. This is Karma: The Dark World.
The audio sounds like it's got a little bit better.
嗨，各位好，我是 Karma The Dark World 的创意总监王永鹤。我们团队月朗工作室来自于中国上海，团队的目标是带给全球玩家有趣且深度的叙事驱动类游戏。很荣幸借此机会向各位玩家展示由我们才华横溢的月朗团队所制作的第一款游戏《Karma The Dark World》。
Very creepy. There's a dictaphone, right?
这是一款第一人称叙事驱动类的心理恐怖游戏。玩家将扮演利维坦思想局的任务干员丹尼尔，他的主要任务目的是潜入嫌疑人的大脑，并
dive into people's minds and uncover
玩
the
家将在
truth
2 个
behind
不同的
events.
世界中进行冒险，去体
Sounds
验完
very
全不同的情绪
psychological
和
horror.
故事。一个是在反乌托邦的现实世界，你将了解到扭曲、压抑、毫无人性的社会观。
This is your final chance. Please touch your decision.
另一个是用记忆所
Very
构建的
Orwellian.
不同世界，你将看见诡异恐怖的画面，但却包含了令人痛心的真相。在这个游戏中，作为探员，你需要坚守意志，效忠这座城市的掌控者利维坦公司。
Leviathan
但直到有一
Corporation.
天，你发现正在调查的案件发生了翻天覆地的变化，你冰冷的心从此开始逐渐融化。
What have I done?
这就是 Karma The Dark World， 一个你从没有体验过、带有浓厚电影
I'm
风
not
格
a
的
massive.
反乌托邦
I've already said this
如
earlier.
果你
I'm
想
not a
了解
massive
更多
horror
关于这
fan.
个故事的最后的真相，
But this psychological stuff makes you really think. This freaks me out, but I kind of enjoy it. This is the kind of horror I like. It's definitely an interesting concept.
My prosthetic! This isn't real. This can't be real.
The TV head thing is interesting as well.
I will echo.
Coming to everything. Nice. Interesting.
How do you follow up making 2 of the best indie games of all time? Make 50 more. That's what's happening with UFO 50. This is from the team at Mossmouth, who made Spelunky and Spelunky 2. It's as if you took the modern design sensibilities of today and went back in time and made an entire console worth of retro games. And it's coming so soon.
Wow, big
Hi,
project.
I'm John, and we're part of the team of indie developers working on UFO 50, a collection of 50 games.
You heard that correctly. That's 50 brand new games.
Obviously retro vibes, but that's a cool way of doing golf.
First and foremost, these are
This is
not
just straight out of my
indie
childhood.
games. Some of the games are smaller, like arcade-style games. Others are quite large, with expansive worlds to explore.
Oh, wow.
Every single game is a complete experience, from its opening title screen to its ending credits.
There's a story that connects all these games too. We invented a fictional company called UFO Soft that developed these games for a fictional 80s game console.
This is
This
cool.
company's history
Such a
spans
cool
from
idea.
1982 to 1990, and the games get more technically advanced as the years go on. And as you explore the timeline, you'll find that some games have sequels or recurring characters.
We also thought about the limitations of the hardware. We
Interesting.
devised a strict 32 color palette as well as audio restrictions to make you feel like you're in the world of UFO 50, no matter which game you're playing.
But one area where we
This
didn't
is
limit
cool. What a
ourselves
cool
is the game's
throwback.
designs. We were happy to build on modern game design and genres, and we strived to make sure that each game felt like a unique experience. Our goal isn't just to remind you of a bygone era, it's also to provide 50 fresh experiences. We like to think that UFO Soft was a company that was ahead of its time.
All of the games are unlocked from the start, so you can explore the collection in your own way. Every
Cool.
game's not going to be everyone's favorite, but figuring out which games you like is part of the fun.
Love this.
With so much variety, you're sure to find something to get lost in, whether you prefer fast-paced action games or thinky strategy games.
And we all have fond memories of going to a friend's house and browsing their game library for something to play together. So
Streets
half
of
of
Rage
UFO 50's games
esque.
have multiplayer, either co-op or versus.
Nice.
Needless to say, UFO 50 has been in
This is such a
development
cool
for
idea. I love it.
long time. But today, we're very excited to finally announce a release date.
That's right, UFO 50 is coming to Steam on September 18th.
Cool. Definitely wishlisting this.
Please find our Steam page and wishlist the game so that you can be notified when it comes out.
That looks fun. Just totally chilled out. Very
the
different
developer
games.
of this next game
That's cool.
should be a pretty familiar face, so it should be no surprise what they've cooked up. But nevertheless, it's still a world premiere. So take it away, Spry Fox.
A lot of these devs I've never heard of. A lot of these games I've only heard of in passing, so Is this the guys who did... No. Pretty art style. Spread a little kindness every day. Help your spirited bear neighbors. This is the true definition of a cozy game, right? So far. Gather, craft, help people, power wash. Has a Stardew Valley vibe. Adopt animals and find forever friends. So many wonderful art styles. Cozy Grove, Camp Spirit. So many like beautiful. Coming to Netflix.
Hi everyone,
I'm gonna have to figure out how we can stream Netflix games because that looked interesting.
And
Worth
I'm
trying out.
Denise, lead narrative designer of Cozy Grove Camp Spirit. We hope you enjoyed the worldwide premiere of Cozy Grove Camp Spirit.
I'm gonna have to look into Netflix games. I thought it was just trashy mobile games, but they've actually had some pretty big stuff come on. I think they've currently got GTA, like the mobile versions, GTA San Andreas on there.
To focus all of our energies
It's Netflix streaming, you know.
And meaningful as possible, and to bring it to all Netflix users without any advertisements or in-app purchases of any kind. We feel really lucky.
As you just saw, Cozy Grove Camp Spirit takes place on a haunted island where you'll assist an unusual assortment of trouble.
And that's good that they're not going in for the in-app purchase advertising-y stuff. They're trying to do it as a true game, but it's through a mobile platform, streaming platform.
Daily acts of kindness advance the story.
I like that and the scope that they're letting them work with. Obviously, they've made a deal with Netflix to do that. But if it's going on Netflix and you pay a monthly subscription to Netflix to have all of this stuff included, there shouldn't be adverts on it.
So pre-register
You
now
know,
on your mobile
there should
app
be
store
adverts
to
in
get the
games
first
anyway.
out on the island. We'll see you there.
But what do I know?
Are you a dog lover? Then you'll be super into our next title. Hell, I'm more into cats, but this game is just so cute, I can't help
Yeah,
but
I'm
get
a
into it.
cat fan. I like
Enjoy
cats.
this teaser from Studio Tolima and publisher Don't Nod, featuring a puppy and their person.
Publisher Don't
Hey,
Nod.
hello everyone.
Okay.
My name is Ben. I'm the founder and creative director at Studio Tolima. We're a small indie studio based in Brussels, Belgium, and we are working on our first title, Koira.
Beautiful art style again.
Koira is a narrative game where you wake up in a snowy forest and encounter a small puppy who got trapped. You set him free, and together you go on a beautiful adventure and set out to reach Koira's house. This relationship is really at the heart of our game. In Koira,
Visually
you
stunning.
go through a musical forest, filled with sounds to discover and interact with.
Reminds me of
For example, each character and animal in
the
the
dog
forest
spirit
is
in
voiced by a
Nightmare
different
Before
instrument.
Christmas.
And you can use their voice to interact with the world, to activate ancient statues, to speak to whimsical animals, and to earn the trust of the puppy.
That's cool.
To progress through the story, you can also manipulate items and use your new companion's unique abilities. With these, you can solve puzzles, but you can also just play together. For example, by playing fetch,
That's
building
cool.
snowmen, or my personal favorite, playing hide and seek.
But can you
As
pet
they
the
journey
dog?
through the winter wonderland, they encounter obstacles, they share laughs, and they save other woodland creatures. But if winter is magical, it's also dangerous. And they are not alone in this forest. Mysterious hunters are lurking around and following them. Our goal with Koira is to create a universal tale which focuses on the emotional journey. We want to create a game that is as immersive and intuitive as possible.
Cool.
It's a game without any text nor dialogue. The whole
Interesting.
story is brought to life through expressive hand-drawn art, frame-by-frame animation, and a beautiful original soundtrack.
I love that idea.
Let yourself be carried away by the magical and serene atmosphere of the forest. Contemplate and
We've
play at
seen
your own
some
pace.
really good
We
stuff.
can't wait to share more with you.
tonight.
So if you'd like to be one of the first one to hear about what we're up to and our upcoming demo, please head over to our Steam page to wishlist the game. Thanks again, and we look forward to sharing more with you.
I love a good puzzle game, especially one with a
That
really
looked
elegant
amazing.
design that
Beautiful,
evolves as you
beautiful.
play. Better yet, if it's got a beautiful art style or a captivating narrative to pull you through. Well, this game has all of that. This is Arranger from indie supergroup Furniture and Mattress.
Hola, soy Nico Recabarren de Mendoza, Argentina. Hace un tiempo hice un juego de puzzles multipremiado llamado Ethereal, junto con Tommy Batista. Desde entonces hemos estado trabajando muy duro en una aventura mucho más ambiciosa, junto con nuevos amigos, David Hellman, cuyo arte expresivo seguramente recuerdes por Brave, y Nick Sander,
Wow,
que
this
con
is
su
a
humor y creatividad probablemente te
this is
deje
a
soltar
super
más
group
de
of
una
developers,
risa
isn't
o
it?
un carto. Con nuestra visión creativa compartida queremos traerles algo que se
Sorry,
sienta
my
fresco y
my
fresco.
voice is really
Ojalá les
starting to
guste
go.
este nuevo
You'll have to
vistazo
bear with
a
me.
Arranger, a Role Puzzling Adventure.
In Arranger, you play as Gemma, a slightly chaotic young woman who's looking to venture out beyond the overly cozy confines of her hometown. Always been a bit of a misfit, which isn't helped by the strange way that she moves through the world. As she moves, objects on the same row or column move with her.
It's a
And
cool
if she
idea.
gets to the edge of the gameplay grid, she loops around to the other side.
I like
We
this
use
puzzly
coursing
idea.
mechanics in a wide variety of interesting ways throughout the adventure, never hesitating on any one idea for too long, to keep things feeling breezy, playful, and respectful of your time.
Cool.
The entire game world exists on a sprawling, interconnected grid, on which you'll find towns full of lovable weirdos to chat with and advance the story. Wilderness spaces to navigate full of optional puzzles and exciting mysteries. And dungeons teeming with monsters to puzzle your way past. Or through.
That's clever.
Told through
Interesting.
expressive comic-style cutscenes. We follow Gemma on her journey of self-discovery. Heading out beyond the walls of her town, she soon discovers a beautiful, inspiring world. But also one ruled by fear and a strange, immovable force called the Static. Can she disrupt a culture of stagnation and find a place to fit into it?
I'm kind of
Find out
captivated
in
by this a
new
bit.
type of role puzzling game when Arranger launches on July
Arranger.
25th.
That looks pretty cool.
There's never been a bigger
doesn't
red
look like it's
herring
coming to
than the
Xbox.
developer name Cozy Game Pals, because their idea of cozy is a little twisted. Here's your
But it
world
looks really good.
premiere first look at the very first release from Blumhouse Games.
Now, yeah, we've seen a bit of this, but this is adding on to what their first release is. I don't think I'm into this one, but I'm very interested in what Blumhouse is doing with their game.
I hope the board looks as creepy as I imagine. Let's go. With hands entwined and hearts aligned, we seek the realm of the undefined.
What was that?
Don't worry, Viv. If any ghosts actually show up, I'll protect you.
I don't know if you will.
Oh, I've got to get out of here.
It has a late 90s, early 90s high school horror vibe, which is cool.
Hello?
It's obviously what they're going for.
Amy! Just go home, Viv.
I'll save you, no matter what.
Don't worry, Viv.
Like I say, it's not captivating me personally, but I think there's going to be a big audience for this.
I'm happy here. So
And I think it's
A few months ago,
It's a
this
good
next game
start
appeared
for
on
Blumhouse
the
games.
out of nowhere.
And it
was
looks pretty
defiant.
fluid.
It seems like a novelty at first, but then you realize just how profound its mechanics and rendering engine are. From Crescent Moon Games and Those Dang Games, this is Screenbound, a game.
Hey guys, it's Josh Precison, and I'm the game director of Screenbound. Today we'll be talking with
Crescent
Kyle
Moon,
McKeever,
I know
who's the game's
Crescent
developer.
Moon.
We'll be talking about the game's mechanics, how it started, and how it's going.
Hi, my name is Kyle McKeever, and I am the developer of Screenbound. And Josh, you and I have been working together on Screenbound for a couple months now. Do you want to talk about the idea of how Screenbound
That's
came
a
to
cool
be?
idea.
So I was watching a video of someone playing a Game Boy, and I don't know why it came to mind exactly, but just seeing the image of someone holding a device in their hand with an environment in the background and something happening on the screen made me think, how could you link this all together into a game where you're playing on the screen and you've got a 3D environment and they're both linked? It started with the little prototype of just a character holding the device, having an endless running motion and jumping at the same time as seeing it in 2D and 3D.
And then the other part of it was the controls from the prototype. They weren't set in place.
I think we were having this problem where you're exploring this world, but only facing forward, and you can move side to side, but you're only looking in front of you. So at first we're like, okay, maybe we can just do a 180 so you can at least go backwards, because we were constantly moving forward in 3D space. So we tried that. That felt a little weird. And then at that point I was like, you know what? Since most of the games out there that people are familiar with are first-person shooter games, why don't we try FPS controls? And then you implemented an FPS controller and kept the 2D essentially the same, and for some reason it just miraculously worked. So the device itself that you use in Screenbound is a quantum device. How that works in the context of the game is that the 2D world that's presented on the screen is actually projecting an environment as a 3D world, which is also how it works in the level editor, because the level editor is 2D,
yeah.
And
Okay,
once
cool.
you finish your level, or you're finished working on it, it actually builds the entire 3D geometry out.
Wow.
And creates a 3D world.
That's impressive. What a cool idea.
Both dimensions are equally important, and you have to be paying attention to both to get anywhere in the game. Because, first of all, the enemies are in 2D. So if you're walking along in 3D and you're not looking at the screen, you're going to die probably within 5 to 10 seconds. Because
So you only see the enemies on the Game Boy
You're
screen.
going to see some distortion effect on the screen, and that's where like the two dimensions meet, and you're going to get pushed back and you're going to lose some health from your battery.
Wow.
But immediately you're going to realize that you can't play one or the other dimension. You have to be paying attention to both.
When I'm testing and developing, if I lose track of the 2D side, I'm always running into enemies. And that's how you die. The biggest risk in 3D is literally falling.
Yeah.
It's pretty clear cut though, because everything translates fairly one-to-one. If there's like pixelated grass in the 2D world, there's going to be grass in the 3D world. Same with trees.
Yeah, all that stuff crosses over, except some of the puzzle
So
elements, some of the
clever.
things you only see in 2D.
So
or you only see in
clever.
2D, like the fan.
Yeah, you
I
kind
don't
of
know
solve
if
puzzle
it bends my
elements
brain
more
a
so
little
on the
bit,
3D side,
but this is
then
cool.
you survive threats by focusing on the 2D side.
And yeah, that's
cool.
pretty much it. We'll talk soon.
Our next game takes what you might consider a dream job and
What was
adds
that
a
one
heap
called?
of dread. You play as a zookeeper tending to animals, except something is terribly wrong. Developed by an international team at Clapperheads, this is Zoocosis. And I promise you've never seen giraffes like this before.
God. Oh, it looks so
You think
realistic.
They're cute? I don't. You've all been to the zoo, and each of you has your favorite animals. But do you know what happened here at night behind closed doors? I'm Valentin Shukin, the lead game designer of the Zoocosis game, and I invite you to become a night zookeeper.
Interesting puzzle idea. Is there an element of horror?
Oh, are you finally awake? Good. Get up. It's time to get
Psychosis?
to
Like
work.
psychosis? Nice synthy soundtrack.
You have nothing to worry about.
Yeah, there's obviously a horror element to this.
there's something in the works that you're not ready to know about yet.
The plot of the causes was written in the best traditions of the thriller and horror genres. We aim to create a dark atmosphere resembling the works of Hans Giger, Lovecraft, and Edgar Allan Poe.
You
We achieve
definitely
this through
did that.
lighting placement, color correction, textures, and environmental props.
This is our mobile veterinary station. Here you'll be mixing medications for our animals.
Are they sick?
Well, they can be. We need to closely monitor the health of the animals. We have some quite rare specimens.
The mutation, the parasite, and the infection that's happening to these animals, it's kind of like reprogramming their biology.
Oh. Whoa.
The giraffe head acting like a large anaconda, slithering with its jaw unhinged, try to bite you.
No. No. That's terrifying.
The concept of the giraffe set the basis of each animal having their own unique design in their mutation.
There also will be many endings in the game. Each
That's
of the
so
endings
messed up.
depends on the choices made by the player during the game. Planning
Oh, that's
out all
cool.
the endings was quite challenging. We dedicated a substantial amount of time structuring the paths and dialogues into a unified framework to ensure seamless functionality.
Every zookeeper is
Interesting.
entitled to a service car. This one's mine. If you perform well tonight, you'll get one in the morning. Is that your wife? Should I tell her you're staying here for the night? Keep in mind, I'll lock you in until morning.
Your main goal will be to save the edibles, including infected ones that have turned into mutants. Save them and save yourself.
We really hope that you will
Interesting.
enjoy the Zoocosis releasing this summer. Wishlist it on Steam and follow us on social media. Thank you so much for the support. See ya.
Why are you so jumpy?
Because there's a weird thing going on in your zoo. That looks really fun. Like,
And that's the game. Except
yeah,
not quite.
looks really fun.
Because see, in While Waiting by Optilusion Games, waiting is always an option, but not the whole story. And that's what I like about our next title. It's more than meets the eye. See what mischief you can get up to while waiting.
Hi everyone, I'm Dom, the founder of Optilusion Games.
Interesting
We're a game studio
concept.
based in Irvine. Today, I'm thrilled to reintroduce our latest game, While Waiting.
I'm just plugging my phone in. I'll be back in a second. Game about
While
waiting and
is a
life.
game about waiting for things to happen, waiting for the bus, waiting for the traffic, waiting for the line to move. Follow our main character Adam as he waits his way through the various scenarios of everyday life. Maybe you want to be a
Interesting
well-behaved
concept.
kid and embody good old-fashioned patience. Or perhaps you want to get up to a little tomfoolery. Or maybe a lot of it. For people who really want to do something, you can find your own way to kill the time. We also have prepared
Interesting.
a list of meaningless challenges to help you with it.
I'm getting a very little
If they're
kitty big
too
city
hard,
vibe.
or maybe not your cup of tea.
I'm just
that's
in the
okay.
mischief that you can
We
get up
also
to.
have a very, very helpful fidget button, specially designed for you. Just press it. Explore over 100 hand-painted levels, each chock full of mini games, fun little interactions, Easter eggs.
Again, another
and things you should
really
definitely
interesting but
not
beautiful
try
art
living
style.
up.
Get it?
Don't worry
we
about
did.
Adam though, he's a tough little guy. Get to know his family, his friends, and his victims as you follow Adam's life from birth to death with every mundane thing in between. But do remember, your goal is to
From
waste
birth to
nothing else.
death. interesting. Like, the concept of it is crazy.
Add to waitlist on Steam. I mean, wishlist.
During
While
the selection
waiting.
process, this next game really caught my eye. It's got
It looks
cyberpunk
fun,
vibes,
actually.
horror vibes, ghost vibes, all the vibes. With this game, Toronto-based developer Rocket Adrift really captured something unique.
Another interesting art style. I think we've seen this before. We have seen this before. We saw this last year.
Psychroma is a
Psychroma.
cyberpunk horror game. One of the concepts that we wanted to really emphasize was identity, what it means to be who you are, and how horrific it might be if that was stripped from you. The protagonist has amnesia. You don't know who you are.
The idea of losing yourself, it seems like it should be the one thing that can't be taken away from you.
We wanted to set the game into a kind of cyberpunk future. We were really interested in the paranormal concepts and the more grounded future technology. Cyberpunk has a lot of themes that fit well with the story that we wanted to tell. The idea of what makes humans human, having your environment really impact who you are and what you're dealing with, this kind of dystopian future. That's kind of horrific in itself.
This is before I did this channel and before I decided that I wanted to stream these showcases.
In our main character Hayes, we
These
also
are things I
decided to
would
make
never have
them
watched, games I'd never have
non-binary
seen,
and biracial.
and I still might
Part
not
of
play
that
them.
is
But
what,
there's
like,
so I'm
creates
just
a
looking at my
rift
list
in
of
their ability to, like,
games that
connect
I've
with other
picked
people.
out. And even
So
from Day
Psychroma
of the
was a great
Devs,
way
there's
for me to
already 5
explore that
games on the
part of
list
myself.
that I'm
And, like,
interested
not being
in
black enough for the
that
black community, and
I
obviously
would never
not
have
white
seen.
passing. And I've never really been able to explore that or really talk
And I
about
hope that anybody
openly
watching this
until
on
now, I
demand,
think.
you see something and you think,
We
oh,
like
look,
to
that game
write
looks
from our own
amazing, I'm going to go
perspective,
wishlist it,
I feel like that's
and
really
the
helpful
indie
for
side grows
certain
because
kind
the
of player
indie
that's
gaming
looking for
is,
that in their narrative-driven
there's
games.
so many creative gems,
It really is amazing
so
to
many
see
things
people
that just,
interact with the media you made and, like,
it's not
get
all
it.
about Call of
For
Duty, it's
anyone
not all
else
about
out there
FIFA, it's
that's
not all about
looking to make
AAA stuff, it's not all
impactful
about
indie
in-game
games,
purchases
it's
and,
gonna be hard,
and pushing
but
out
the
these
feeling
games
that you
iteration
get
after
when
iteration
you
after
get that
iteration
game
that
into
are just
someone's
basically
hands,
the same thing.
there's nothing else like
So
it,
much
and
more,
for
and
me,
indie devs
it's
are
way
really
worth it.
doing incredible work, which is why it's nice to see Blumhouse games coming up. But
It's time to get cozy.
I just
and this game is
like
about as cozy as it
that
gets.
we have
It's about
people in this
houses.
industry
Just
who are happy
not quite in
to
the way you'd expect.
promote,
By
publish,
Talent Games,
fund,
this is
help,
building relationships.
and bring awareness to these developers because they put so much work in, and
I'm here to show you
they create
probably
amazing,
the
wonderful
most
things. It's
stupid
not for
game you'll
everyone,
see all day
100% not
today.
for everyone.
It's a silly
But there's
adventure
probably a
game
couple of
where you
gems in
play
there
as
that
a
you've never played and you would love and would
on a
remember for
date.
years to come.
and it's called Building Relationships.
One of them that I loved
Take a look.
was The Bookwalker. Just an incredible little indie game. I adored it. Played it last year. Played it last summer. If I hadn't have been watching this stuff, I probably wouldn't
In
have seen
this
that.
game, you'll find
So
yourself
yeah,
as a new
there's
arrival on
always
the
some cool
island.
stuff, and
You'll be
I mean another
exploring
one
the
that's
area,
standing out to me
moving
right now
around
is
just
Cairn.
like a real
That's been my highlight of this entire show, and we've seen some really big stuff. This
Here's a bunch of wacky structures you can meet. Like
doesn't
Mint,
do anything
who's a
for
friendly
me,
apartment, here to help
but there'll be people who
introduce
play
you
it and enjoy it. You know,
Or
it's such
Millie,
a huge,
who's
diverse
this
industry
tall
now.
windmill
Even
that
20 years ago, we
might
didn't necessarily have this.
just step on you if you ask them nicely. You'll also find these chesters hiding around the island. They're not looking for a date, they're in a very complicated polycule. but they'll help you unlock new abilities like jumping
This is a dating sim.
and
Oh,
wave
God.
dashing.
Dating sims
If
seem
you're
to be
looking
a
for a break,
whole
there's a bunch
other
of fishing
genre
spots around the island.
that I am just not.
Though the local
Not
wildlife
into.
might not be what you expected.
But beautiful music.
Oh, it looks like there's a few questions on stream. Let me take a look. Is this a dating sim? Not exactly. There's some dating elements, but the story all takes place in one day. So think of it more like a short hike but stupid.
A short hike, but stupid. Okay, interesting.
Are you okay? No. Is
No.
my mother proud of me? No.
Oh,
Can we have
wow.
sex in the game? No.
No.
But there is some plans for DLC because just like in real life, you have to pay extra for that.
That's clever.
An unexpected adventure awaits in building relationships. Wishes now on Steam.
Man, what am I doing in my life?
People will play
Last
it.
summer, Day of the Devs featured a little-known game that celebrates the everyday and turns it into something therapeutic. It became an absolute hit, and we're oh so happy to world premiere their latest DLC.
Hello, I'm Annie. And this is Lucas. Here we are, working hard, finding stars for A Little to the Left. It's a game where you solve puzzles by organizing household items. I think it's
Yes.
neat that there are different ways to arrange things. In
I
our game,
remember
you find
this.
stars with each arrangement that you discover. And we really leaned into this idea for our new DLC, A Little to the Left, Seeing Stars.
Okay,
Seeing Stars is
interesting.
all about multiple solutions. There are 33 new levels and 5 additional bonus levels to unlock. Some levels have up to 5 different ways to solve them. In total, there are 100 stars to discover. We've introduced interactive items that fold, flap, stick, stack, smash, and bounce. We've got
Cool.
the classic organizational puzzles, of course, and solutions that range from easy to tricky. There's a
You can even
lot to be
spin them,
excited
that's cool.
about, but the best thing of all might just be more cats. A Little to the
Yep.
Left, Seeing Stars. Available
Isn't that
June 25th.
the one where the cat keeps knocking stuff out the way?
Have you ever wanted to play a game forever? In Hello Again, developed by the folks at Soup Island, you'll delve into ancient ruins, and thanks to a strange time loop affecting the island you're on, you'll have
It was
plenty
on
of
Game
time to
Pass. I feel no
explore
reason why I
every
haven't
inch.
played it, but I definitely
Hello
know I
again.
wanted to
My
play
name is
it.
Dwight Davis, and I'm the sole developer behind Hello Again, which is a game about being trapped in the world's coziest time loop.
Funky art style. I
In
appreciate
Hello
the
Again,
art style,
you play
at
as a
least.
diligent postal worker who was assigned the task of delivering a package to a remote island. One shipwreck later, you awaken stranded on the island and trapped inside an unexplained 12-hour time loop. The 3 core pillars of Hello Again are exploration, conversation, and puzzle solving. This is a dense game with lots of strange locations and phenomena.
Cool
so a lot of your
music as well.
experience will consist of walking around and filling your journal with observations. As you explore, you'll discover that everything runs on a clock, from the weather, to the tides, to the ancient circuits that power the ruins littered across the island.
Oh.
As you play, you'll also unearth a forgotten story about the people who populated this island thousands of years ago.
Ancient toilet.
Since the islanders have no idea that they're bound to a time loop, you can use your ever-expanding knowledge to help and or manipulate them so you can reach your goals.
Oh, that's cool. Clever game design.
So, in short, what happens when you mix the gameplay and mechanics of Outer Wilds with the vibes of Animal Crossing and the small town feel of Groundhog Day? The answer is Hello Again, coming in 2025.
So our next title, Tom the
Interesting.
Coast Girl, is a narrative adventure game by Zurich-based studio Oopsie Daisies. And aptly named, as Tom, our main character, has plenty of oopsie daisies of her own in this game. It has a twisted sense of humor and offers choices that'll leave you wondering, should I have done that? Yeah, it's probably fine. If you're looking to connect with your inner voyeur, this is the game for you.
Hello, we're the Oopsie Daisies, a small studio from Switzerland, and we are here to present you our debut title, Tom the Postgirl.
Interesting art style. Interesting presentation as well, like not a silent movie, but like a silent movie. This is a little creepy.
Accompany Tom on her duties delivering packages to the deranged villagers. And discover a great deal, perhaps too much, about the locals. Her approach, although controversial, is highly effective, intense and obsessive stalking.
As you'll follow her, you'll witness a wide variety of
This is
scenes,
weird.
each more disturbing and chaotic than the last one. But is that really gonna stop you from continuing to do so?
I'm getting a League of Gentlemen vibe. Don't know why. I can't place it.
We were inspired by the Little Red Riding Hood, which you can recognize in the main protagonist, Tom. We then used her curiosity and exaggerated it to the max, turning her into a stalking postgirl.
We had a lot of fun creating this very strange, unique, hand-drawn environment for you to explore.
It is, art style is beautiful.
And hope that you'll also enjoy stalking around in it.
It has like a 30s vibe to it. Like 30s animation. Is it 30s? Older animation. It's trippy as hell though, right?
We're calling to all fans of creepy cute narrative games.
If you're curious to follow the development of Tom, make sure to stalk us on social media.
And of course, wishlist the game on Steam. Bye!
Bye.
This next game is based in Jakarta, and it's full of
Weird.
lots
Just
of
weird.
life stuff. Happiness, sorrow, music. It's called After Love EP, and it's awesome.
Is this
Hello.
an hour-long show?
My name is Sasha, and I am the lead narrative designer of the upcoming narrative game After Love EP.
Another dating sim. With a creative coffee talk on what comes after. Don't open
This
it until
game
the
is
app is
about a
done.
musician in Jakarta who hears the voice of his girlfriend after her death.
Come on, Nama, get up!
It will explore the theme of love, dealing with loss and grief, and
Interesting
finding your true
idea.
self in the bustling city of Jakarta. This game was the golden child of my best friend, the late Fahmi Hasni, who sadly passed away in March 2022. And I know how much he loved this project, and he would want the world to listen to this story. So we are more than honored to pick up the torch and continue his legacy.
That's nice.
Fahmi loved Jakarta very much. I'm always the introvert side of our friendship duo, and he was always the one who took me to all the wonderful places in Jakarta I used
Beautiful
to never know
art
about.
style.
And
Colors.
most of those places made it into the game, like the places where he loved ramen, or where he would get his coffee, or like where he would meet his friends, or music. And I've
This is
enjoyed
cool.
exploring these
It's
places in the game.
A lovely
like
little
we used to do.
project. A passion project to remember someone
We've
by
had the
and
pleasure
share
of
with the
working
world.
with a wonderful shoegaze band from Jakarta, Alfalfa. They are very brilliant. Sorry, I can't really help fangirling about them. Like, they are so good. And Alfalfa will be making the soundtrack for After Love EP, including the music Rama plays in the rhythm game.
I like the music as well.
We are also really happy to be working with our main artist, Soyatu. Soyato has breathed life into our characters with his very distinctive art style and
it's
also
beautiful.
his love for the underground music scene. We don't have the release date yet, but we expect it to be released around October this year. So
Well, this year, cool.
please
Again,
be with
another
us
one
a
for
little
the
longer,
list.
and thank you so much for your support.
But I don't know what it was called. Oh yeah, I do. Afterlove EP. Play the demo now. Is the demo on Xbox?
We all need a good mystery to unravel, and the team at European developer Caligram Studios aims to please with their upcoming game Phoenix Springs. In this neo-noir
That looked
adventure,
fascinating.
you'll search for your lost brother while navigating a captivating world with one of the most striking color palettes I've ever seen.
Hi, I'm Jigme Oiser, co-founder of Caligram Studio, and it's my pleasure to introduce you to our mystery adventure game Phoenix Springs.
When I finally find him, my brother
Oh
makes
wow,
me
look
promise
at
not
that
to go to the
animation.
Oasis. So, of course, it's where I end up.
You play as Iris Dormer, a reporter whose search for a brother leads her to this beautiful yet eerie desert oasis named Phoenix Springs.
It is a beautiful
I'm
place
already
to
sold.
explore.
Getting
Life
point
is
and
slow.
click vibes.
The air is clean. Secrets are kept. But should I stop looking for answers?
We call it a modern point-and-click game. It feels like one of the classic of the 90s that we know and love. But the key
Yeah.
difference is that you don't hold objects in your inventory. What you have instead are thoughts and concepts and ideas, like a detective pinboard, and you have to connect them with the world around you or mention them in conversations in order to progress.
Oh, that's clever.
The game has been in development for 7 years now. We're a small team of
Very
three.
eerie.
And
I like
one of
it.
the biggest challenges was trying to crack the art style, which is a combination of 3D and traditional 2D hand-drawn animation and illustration.
I definitely want to play this. This is another
Last
highlight.
year, we've been incredibly lucky to be able to take the game on the road. Places like South by Southwest Sydney.
There's been so much
London
cool
Games
stuff shown
Festival,
off tonight.
Or IndieX in
I'm so
Lisbon,
glad we're
where we
doing
won
this.
the award for Best Art Direction. But really what we saw, the value of these events like Day of the Devs, it's not just being able to get the games in front of players, but really connect with other developers, especially in small teams who might be facing the same challenges you do.
I love the art style.
Never stop looking for answers.
The game is set to release on September the 16th, 2024 on Steam.
Ooh.
So you know what to do. And in the meantime, on behalf of the whole team, thanks again to Day of the Devs. And we really can't wait to welcome you all into
cool.
this little world that we created for you.
I'm looking forward to that. There's a lot of good stuff coming out in September.
Road 96, Lost in Harmony, 1111, Memories Retold. Devolver Direct out of France has had a pretty prolific run, and we're so very proud to world premiere their very next game. Spoiler alert, it has a lot of water.
I love his hat. You wouldn't steal a DVD. That's
Hi
cool.
everyone, we are Audition Ayub from Jigsaws.
Here is the project that we've been working on for the past 3 years since Road 96.
We are
Road
really excited
96,
to present
I've
you our new
tried
game,
Road
live of
96.
tomorrow.
So get ready to be
I
surprised.
wanted
and
to
enjoy
play
the
it
show.
more. I didn't play much of it.
Welcome to Pleasureland, my friend. Best place to wait.
Interesting art style.
Welcome to Pleasureland, my friend. I'll introduce you to the joys of this amazing place.
Interesting.
You're not going to die, right?
You'll learn what it costs to steal from Oben.
I hope it's the right one.
They have the same clothes.
Wait, that's not the thief. But it was your friend who did it, right? I made the mistake. You want to talk to me? Get on your knees first. Bastard! You won't get away with it! Your friend escaped with my Ozen. And now, you'll pay for it.
Interesting. Shape the story of your friends shape your story. Tides of Tomorrow. Interesting. There's a lot of French studios, a lot of Montpellier
creativity, diversity, and magic of video games.
based studios that we've been shown off tonight as well, which is cool seeing the European game scene not just getting some love, but making some beautiful things.
For more than 10 years, we've featured hundreds and
It's
hundreds
really
of
nice to
games
see.
at in-person events, and our digital showcase have been watched by tens of millions of fans globally.
Better yet, it's all been completely free. Free admission for attendees, free to watch our streams, and free for developers to participate.
It's common for developers to pay many thousands of dollars to be involved in other showcases and events.
But Day of the Devs has never charged developers to participate, and we never will.
This is only possible
That's good.
due to sponsorships and charitable contributions from people like you.
We want to continue doing
light
Day of the
gun
Devs
game.
forever, but we're not
I
going to
really
lie,
want
these
a light
events and
gun game.
shows cost a lot, and fundraising is hard.
We're so enormously grateful to everyone who has supported us all these years, but for Day of the Devs to continue, we're going to need ongoing support.
So please, if you love discovering new games and supporting emerging developers,
If you would like for us to keep on shining the spotlight on creators,
And especially if you are in a leadership position at a studio, publisher, or platform,
And have budgets that you can tap into,
then please consider donating to Day of the Devs.
without your donations, without your sponsorship,
without your help, none of this can continue.
I would
and
say
remember,
it's a
we're
worthy
an official
cause as well.
501c3 nonprofit organization.
so all contributions are tax deductible.
To find out more and make a donation, head on over to dayofthedevs.com
or email sponsorships@dayofthedevs.org.
Thank you so much for your continued
And it
support.
would be cool if big companies and things actually got into it and helped promote and fund.
Stay tuned for Devolver Direct, coming up right after Day of the Devs. Thank
Yeah,
you
we're gonna
to
do
our
Devolver
generous
Direct.
individual contributors and corporate sponsors. We could not do this without you. And here's a list of all the amazing companies that have supported us in 2024 so far. You could be on this list too, if you email us today. Founding sponsors, Double Fine Productions and I Am 8-Bit. And our 2024 sponsors,
Double Fine have done this for a lot.
Bone Loaf, Devolver Digital, Egg, Glum, Idea Xbox, Maximum Games, Netflix Games, Nighthawk Interactive,
Netflix are
Panic,
growing.
PlayStation, Pop Agenda, Sabotage Studio, Studio MDHR, Summer Game Fest, UFO 50, Exola, Blumhouse Games. Thank you so much for your continued support. Special thanks to our guy, Dose One, for providing beats, interludes, musical poetry, yet again for Day of the
The
Devs.
music's good.
We
Yeah,
could
the music's
not
good.
make this show as bombastic and cool and vibey without your stuff, man. You're a genius. Check out his stuff. Dose One. If you love this program and you want to support us, sign up for our email blast.
Right, there we
at
go. I'm just
dayofthedevs.org.
updating the
We do
title.
lots of events and showcases throughout the
As you
year,
can probably
and that's
see.
the first place to find out about stuff.
Get
Stay
ready
tuned
for
after this
Devolver
program
Digital.
for a pretty awesome musical performance. You don't want to miss it.
I like Tim as well. Tim seems like a really nice
Well,
guy.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Jeff Keighley, for having us. Thank you for the developers for making these amazing games. Thank you to the curation committee for finding them. Thank you to all
Some
the sponsors
amazing
who helped
stuff
make
shown
this
off in there.
And,
UFO
thank you
50,
to you for sticking around. Check out the
Koira,
Have a great day, and thanks for watching.
Ken,
Devs,
again,
Games
Ken is a highlight for
Bye.
me through this whole thing. After Love EP looked really interesting. And Phoenix Springs. Some cool stuff. Then we're going into the absolute craziness that is Day of, the Devolver. We'll make a little list on there. I've almost filled this A5 page of games that I've enjoyed from this. This has been, like, I know that every year the summer stuff gets a bit of flack. Keighley gets flack. But I actually thought overall that was a pretty good indie focused, indie and Eastern focused Summer Game Fest. I think they showed off a lot of interesting things. That was the best Day of the Devs I've seen. Absolutely incredible. So many cool things. And Devolver is always good. Devolver is always a crazy highlight. And Volvy's back, so, you know, shit's gonna go down. I just hope that the copyright claims aren't too bad for this, because there's going to be a few from Summer Game Fest. But yeah, while we're on the little interlude here, my voice is failing me, it is going, so I'm probably going to be fairly quiet through Devolver. Let me know if you've enjoyed this in the chat. I want to keep doing these. I love doing these. I love showcasing this stuff and sharing my reaction for you guys. We're going to be doing more tomorrow and Sunday, obviously, with the Xbox showcase. We're going to look at, I don't know why we're going to do it, but we are going to look at Call of Duty. Maybe it's Black Ops 6 is going to be a good one and a return to form. I don't know. I've not played a Call of Duty for a very long time. But I did like Black Ops. The first one was one of my favourites. So we're going to have a look at that as well. Then we've got the PC game show on Sunday. Monday we've got the Ubisoft Forward. And on the 11th, which I think is Tuesday... No. Monday, the 11th, we also have Dragon Age being shown off somewhere. I don't know where. But we're going to be taking a look at that as well, and hopefully it's enough to get me interested in Dragon Age. Again, I love the first one. The first one's amazing. I haven't even finished the third. But yeah, it's been good so far. We have the Wholesome show tomorrow. I can't remember what else we have. My mind's gone blank. I'm tired. I'm tired and I'm sore and I'm in pain, so forgive me, please. But before I go to bed tonight, I'm going to throw up tomorrow's and Sunday's scheduled streams. There's a few that we're going to cover. And you know what? This has really been a big step up, I think. I've thought this year's been very solid so far, and hopefully that continues and we get some really cool stuff over the next couple of days. I thought Devolver was kicking off at 1, so I changed the thing early. I don't know why we're getting the full soundtrack of Cocoon, but you know, we'll get there eventually. I'm just going to nip away for a moment. I'm going to leave you running with this. Because I'm going to go grab some painkillers. Bear with me, we'll be right back. I'm gonna be honest, I don't need this. This is definitely a slow point. I know Devolver's coming on next, but it will be, you know, I don't think it's live. And I don't actually think we're promoting Cocoon in any meaningful way. It's already been out. Came out last year. Very popular. I think it's won a few awards as well. It's done very well. And the music is cool. But this feels like this is just a massive lull in the showcase. And I love synth stuff like this. It's cool that they showcase this stuff, but I don't think that this is the time for it, especially when it's gone 1 o'clock in the morning in the UK, and all I want to do is see some Volvy action. Yeah, I just checked the Devolver channel and it's not live there, so I assume it's coming after this. So let's I guess just enjoy some more Control. Let's me stop talking. I don't know why they don't just leave those the art up, the titles up. Like a very nice piece of music, but again, I'm not sure we needed it here. Yeah. But as far as the showcase goes, excellent. Really, really good. Some really amazing looking games. All indie stuff, all you know, some of them solo projects, some small studios from all over the world. Showcasing very different things. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. I think they do a few of these a year as well, so we'll keep an eye. I should really cover more of the Day of the Dev stuff. Alright, we've got 5 minutes till Volvy. Volvy's 15th birthday party. Because I'm struggling, I'm gonna just get rid of the camera, I'm gonna mute me. We're gonna have a few minutes of quiet. And my voice will hopefully come back. And enjoy some Volvy Sings the Blues. With Volvy stuff. This is going to be insane. Stick around for it. Very sinister vibe coming on now, isn't there? And we're ready for Volvy's 15th birthday party. Now, these are always great fun. I do like these.
When people ask me what I like to do with my free time, I tell them that these days, I'm afraid I really don't have any free time. My life is pretty much scheduled down to the minute. Okay, I don't have a job per se, and I'm not in a relationship right now, but I do have my interests.
Volvy.
I guess you could say I'm passionate, maybe even a little obsessive, about Devolver video games. When I think about the many enjoyable hours I've spent playing my games, I say to myself, what a wonderful world it is we live in. And I say thank you. Thank you to all those who have made my life so damn
This is
fun.
madness. This is already madness. I mean, it's amazing, but
and that's why today is so important to me. Today is a special day. Today is Volvy's birthday. A chance for me to show my appreciation for somebody who has given me so much over the years. Take Call to the Lamb, for example, a roguelike video game developed by indie studio Massive Monster and published by Devolver Digital. The game was released on the 11th of August 2022 and has sold over 4 million copies to date. The game follows a lamb who is saved from death by a godlike stranger named the One Who Waits, and must repay their debt by creating a loyal following in its name. It received 3 nominations at the 19th Players Academy.
I still haven't played Cult of the Lamb. But it looks fun. It's a cute little animation thing with a very sinister vibe to it. co-op. That's cool. Yeah, I'd definitely like to try this at some point. Unholy Alliance. I love it. Man, this is so, like, 90s British. It's unnerving.
It's no use, guys. Fishpig and the Warlocks have trapped us in.
That madman. He won't stop until he has turned everything into
Was that Volvina?
And if my calculations are correct, Fishpig's toxic slime will reach the city center.
People forget that putting on a good party can be a lot of work. It's a lot of pressure. Everyone is relying on you as the host to get things right. You don't want to humiliate yourself, do you?
How about a helping hand?
Not in front of him.
But we thought you were executed by the head of state.
No, I was not. Now pass me that onion. I'm gonna need a snack if we're gonna take on
Oh, this is so
The
surreal.
Crush House is crushing it as the country's #1 reality show. And things are heating up this week. The insatiable fans, beloved sponsors, and savvy network execs.
I love that someone has made a video game taking the piss out of Love Island and all that rubbish.
Monday sees the tension between Priscilla and B finally boil over into an explosive confrontation, into a steamy moment by the pool. Tuesday is a bit more chill in the house as Io brings the cast together with a bopping saxophone performance. As Charlie brings the cast together with a bopping saxophone performance. Wednesday. Tune in Wednesday for the real
Sinister.
fireworks when Charlie and Milo, Beer and Alex sneak off for a little moment of self-reflection, for a little romantic time in the garden, for a wild fist fight. And by the end of the week, crowd favorite Emile, Priscilla, finally lets all their love and a little lust run free. Finally takes matters into their own hands. Finally goes down the
This is
success
weird.
bar. Do not miss this week
Is that
in
Volvy?
the Crush House. There will never be anything like it ever again.
That just sums up Devolver. I love it. I love that they do this stuff. They're just so wacky. I mean, their showcases are weird. But the games that they make are just genuinely off the cuff.
But a birthday isn't just about looking backwards. It's about considering the future. Sure, we've had some great times over the years, but who's to say that next year's won't be even better? I know Volvy has so much more to offer us. Who knows what he'll do next? Perhaps something truly unexpected. Maybe even a new genre. A rogue foo city builder. I made that up myself, but I like it. Something fast-paced, inspired by martial arts movies, set within the confines of a vast yet claustrophobic city dominated by vicious gangs. Each run is different depending on which of these crime syndicates you take down first. Maybe even crafted by the talented Dead Cells designer Sebastian Bernard. Wow, fantastic. Now that's the kind of game I would play. Now
This is a very clever way of introducing their game. It's so creepy.
Now that's the kind of game I would play.
Cool art style. Dead Cells had a cool art style as well. It's like the 80s cartoon style. Love it. I'd have loved if it was like animated. I think they go into 8-bit stuff. I just struggle with it these days. But this looks really cool. Senjutsu. Cool idea. It looks fun. But I'd struggle with it. Again, I'm not that... My hands don't move that quickly anymore.
Of course, video games are not for everyone. Some people prefer to spend their time outside exploring the natural world. Or watching their team win the big trophy. Yay!
Yeah.
And to them, I say whatever works for you. We all have our passions. And if you're going to be passionate about something, then why not go all in? And hey, if you don't care about anything passionately, well then I feel sorry for you. I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's important to be true to who you are. That might sound easy, but a lot of people are just too afraid. Too scared of being judged.
Oh god.
To look in the mirror and say, yes, this is who I am. I'm not a robot. Talos Principle 2 is a puzzle adventure video game developed by Crow Team and published by Devolver Digital. A sequel to the Talos Principle, 2014. The game was released in November 2023 to critical acclaim. The sequel builds on the first game's origin story of robot kind by exploring the newly emerged robotic civilization through the newborn eyes of 1K. It has been described as thoughtful, heartfelt, and deeply moving. I just wish there was more.
Road to Elysium is a
DLC.
3-part coda that allows you to dive deeper into the world of the Talos Principle 2 and put your puzzle-solving skills to the test. In Orpheus Ascending,
This
you
looked
return
good.
as 1K
I never got the chance to play
and
it.
enter Sarabai's mind to retrieve the shattered fragments of her personality. Set in a gorgeous environment inspired by ancient Egypt, this expansion challenges you to solve puzzles unconventionally, giving Sarabai
It
a
did look
second chance
very
at
pretty.
life. Step into the shoes of Yakut and visit the Isle of the Blessed. Challenge yourself with a wide variety of never-before-seen puzzles using familiar tools, culminating in the Hexahedron, a large, continuous puzzle cluster set in a mysterious crooked tower. Into
Stunning.
the Abyss
Absolutely
takes
stunning.
you on a journey through a dream world, full of the most challenging puzzles yet, taking place on a series of floating islands and shattered dreams. Road to Elysium
Floating islands
continues the
and
evolution of
shattered
the robot
dreams.
world, providing you with a new perspective through a series of thought-provoking new stories.
Oh god. This is so creepy.
Oh, hello.
Good evening, sir. I hope I'm not interrupting anything important.
No.
We've had some complaints about some noise. One of your neighbors has described hearing strange sounds.
Strange sounds. That would be my TV set. I like to keep my shows cranked. Yeah, I like to get lost in the experience.
Okay, maybe in future keep your TV and any other devices at a reasonable volume. I'm sure I don't need to remind you of the law. against noise pollution.
I don't want to have to waste any more police time dealing with petty issues like this. So,
Yeah, he's tripping out.
Sir?
It's just amazing how they do these. It truly is a mad show. I think we've seen this before as well, haven't we? I think we've seen Anglerfoot before. Coming very soon, so we probably have.
Are you okay, sir?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you know what? First thing tomorrow, I'm gonna go around to everyone in the area. I'm gonna make things right. A formal apology and a card.
I don't think that's necessary, sir. Just keep the noise down.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch it off. A day without TV would probably do me a world of good. Okay, so
Has he got Volvy up there?
Where'd you keep your TV then?
Oh, I have a few just dotted around the place. You know, like I said, I like to immerse myself in the experience.
So I think I might need to pop in, take a look around the place, if that's okay.
Well, I'm expecting some guests now, so perhaps another time would be more appropriate.
Sir, you need to step aside. Now. Sir, step aside.
That sound! That's an old plumbing issue. It's a matter for the landlord, so I could just give him a call and he can fix it. Please.
Is it gonna be the Volvy that went insane from last year?
Hello, police? Hello?
My resting heart rate is precisely 65 beats per minute. Rapid elevation is often attributed to stress. My heart machine is an American independent video game development studio founded by Alex Preston. The studio is best known for developing Hyper Light Drifter 2016 and Solar Ash 2021. But rumors suggest that they may have another project on the way. It may or may not feature a rich interconnected world built to be approached in many ways, non-linear, with emphasis on clear choice for where to go next.
This is so crazy.
This purely hypothetical game's narrative balances the bleak reality of the characters with absurdity and
It
humor.
is Volvy.
God help me.
Whoa, beautiful music. And again, another beautiful visual world. Great use of color. Possesses. Looks interesting. I've never played a Heart Machine game before. 2025. Very interesting. Okay, this guy's tripping out. He needs to go back on the meds and then come off them again. and then back on them. The design that they put into this, the amount of effort that they do for props and things, just amazing. Volvy baby bells. It's insane. It's just insane. Well done coming down those stairs in those boots.
Hey, thanks for the party, friend.
But what really happened? Just fantastic.
It's no use, guys. Fishpig and the
They are
warlocks have trapped
nuts,
us in.
and I love it.
He won't stop until he
Absolutely
has turned
love it.
everything into toxic waste.
Yes, Robotia, and if my calculations are correct, Fishpig's toxic slime will reach the city center in just under 2 hours. Heck, it could even reach the banking sector. Grumpfish, no. Grumpfish, anger. But there must be a way. We can't just give up. We just need...
How about a helping hand?
Volvy? But we thought you were executed by the head of state.
No, I was not. Now pass me that onion. I'm gonna need a snack if we're gonna take on Fishpig, and we need to get back to Buzzbridge before Fishpig, the Warlock King, turns all the money in Buzzbridge into slime.
This is insane.
I'm sorry to tell
Absolutely
you, Mr.
insane.
Pennyworth, but the economy is looking a little unstable.
No, you can't do that. Don't turn all the money into toxic slime. We need all
So
that.
80s animated kids cartoon.
Well, you might ruin the money, but you can't break the spirit of the bankers.
You don't get it, do you? Nobody can stop me now. Not even your precious...
Volvy!
What? No! Sorry we're late to the party, Fishpig, but we didn't want to turn up empty-handed.
Wow. Just
Well,
Just
I guess I
wow.
don't have to worry about Fishpig anymore. I'm looking forward to just hanging out with my buddies. Who's up for a pizza at mine? I hypothesize a ham and pineapple slice or two.
Sorry, friends, but I gotta get going.
Huh? But Volvy?
I've got to get back to the Vol dimension, Volvinia. I've got a family to look after. And besides, pizza pie is greasy and gives me shit diarrhea.
He's right, guys. No pizza tonight. Eating healthy is important.
wow. They are something else entirely. Amazing. Just amazing. A lot of highlights. I think Cairn is the one. Most of them were from the Day of the Devs, actually. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Come on, camera, sort yourself out. Yeah, really, really good stuff. I am going to have to go because my voice is failing and I've been standing up for almost 4 hours. So I'm going to go. Thanks to everyone who tuned in, everyone who watches this on demand. I'm going to put chapters in and things tomorrow. But there's some really, really, really cool stuff. Very excited about what we have tomorrow with Wholesome and a few of the other things. I think Future Game shows tomorrow as well. And then obviously Sunday is a big day and Monday with Ubisoft. But we'll be back then. Hopefully. Oh, I'm going to put the scheduled streams up. It'll probably be tomorrow morning. but I'm going to put them up. Hopefully I will see you all for tomorrow's announcements. Have a great rest of the evening. See you in the next one.